Being able to represent yourself as who you are helps others to speak for themselves.
I'll say, as I know right now, the Star Trek and Marvel universe are connected, but there is the multiverse, so you never know.
Who's her? You know her. Don't pretend you don't.
I know her. I've known her my whole life, literally. So,
are you going to toss it off to me again?
I mean, no. I'm tossing it to Janora. Janora is going to have to introduce herself.
Ladies' Day.
Yes.
Wait.
I don't think there's a video game that simulates what it's like to have a family.
What?
That's a simulation game.
Are you kidding? I get left burned on fire. My mom leaves the stove on. That ain't a family. My house burns down half the time.
That's exactly what that's supposed to be.
All right, made it all back. And Kara, you got the glasses on.
I do.
Hello, Kara. How are we doing?
Hi, good. How are you?
Doing all right.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how are you doing? It's the lady from that Super Bowl soon to be champions and everything.
Oh my gosh. We're like, this hasn't happened since '88. I wasn't even 4 yet.
I was born
So exciting. John wasn't even born yet. Like
I was born in 1988.
When's your birthday? What day?
March 29th.
You weren't even born yet. You were still cooking.
That's right. I was still just swimming around.
Oh my gosh. No, it's so exciting though. Bengals, Super Bowl. Like,
right.
We've lost for 30 years straight. Every single game.
Yeah, it was always between you and the Browns for the worst team in the league.
I mean, we did it so well, though. Oh my gosh, we're so good at it.
Right.
And now that we're winning, I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder people like football. This is enthralling.
Right, like something excited behind your city. It's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, like, oh, really? I actually like sports, and I didn't know it. We just have these teams that just are professionals at losing games.
But Kara, I since you're now getting into sports, I want to tell you, you can't use big words like enthralling.
I'm gonna do what I want.
He is enthralled by her victory, and you need to
I'm still enthralled.
This will be like, yes, so this will be the second Cleveland team that has done pretty well because, the Cavaliers has a history of doing good, and I think that they're actually doing pretty good as well this year. I'm not too sure what the Indians are doing.
Actually, the Cavs are really doing really well this year.
Yeah, they are.
They're so up north, though.
Yeah.
I don't think about that. No, and the same for people up north. They're like, we don't think about them down there.
I don't think about them at all. Not sure what the Reds
are. They're in the same place.
No.
Cleveland's
Cleveland's pretty much like Canada. in our thinking.
You gotta cross.
And down here, they're just a bunch of rednecks, and we're like, yeah, we are.
We're about to start some good old fashioned Ohio North and Ohio South beef.
No,
Beast.
it's all love. It's all love. All love.
It's only up from here.
Well, we could always be like the Carolina Panthers. We have 2 states that claim us. Isn't that right, Dopey?
The Panthers claimed by
Yeah,
2 states.
South Carolina claims them as well.
Oh well, yeah, because they don't have a team.
Exactly, and it's right there on the border, so they claim them as well.
But North and South Carolina, like, okay, so your states are so different. It's like 2 different countries.
What?
Cleveland.
Well, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
That 70s show, Cleveland rocks. I think that's right? Yeah.
Yes, Novex. Hey, you know what? Okay, so I'm diverting really quick because Mark Lee, thank you so much for showing up for my Deep in Roots podcast that aired live stream yesterday. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't see. I had 1 comment and I knew people were on. I couldn't see the comments. So it was 1 comment at the very beginning and then Nivex shows up towards the end. And that's all. And then I get back on for the replay I see, and all these people are commenting. And I'm just like, I'm just talking to myself the entire time, knowing that my restream's fucked up. I'm just going to read this because I'm literally talking to myself at this point. But Nevex, thank you so much for showing up. And Mark Lee, once I realized you did, I was like, look at you. See all these comments.
Yeah, try to show up as well.
Look at there. Oh, I would have shown up, but I got tied up. And I wanted to, but by the time I got free from what I had to do, I missed it.
But
I am going
there's a replay.
That's what I was going to lead to. Where can you find the replay?
On my Deep End Roots channel on YouTube. On Twitch, too, of all places, Deep End Roots, and my LinkedIn and Twitter. But yeah, I don't think anyone saw on Twitter because I'm not active on Twitter. But yeah, Twitch, guys, you can find me on Twitch, Deep End Roots.
And I also noticed that they can't see you on a certain place because, like you, I agree that they don't need to see you there because that place was acting up, and you put down a little bit of a protest, and rightfully so, because they don't need to be seeing you on that place. And that begins with a dot that deals with animals, and that's all I'll say.
Oh yeah, why I'm boycotting a certain podcast platform.
Yes.
And Neil Young is too.
Yes, Neil Young is, and quite a few other
And Brene Brown. Brene Brown's like, I don't need to put up with that shit.
India RE is also doing it.
Yep.
Really? Oh my God. I love her.
Actually,
I've had a crush on her
people do.
since she first debuted. She's just an amazing, talented artist, thoughtful, thought-provoking woman, deeply spiritual. Ooh.
Yep.
Love me some India RE. She's amazing.
She is amazing. I had the pleasure of seeing her perform. I think once or twice, but both in the
I
triangle.
did too.
Yeah.
We saw her when she came down here to the DPAC or the Durham Performing Arts Center. And actually, it was who opened for her? Yazara opened for her, and can't remember the other young lady who opened for her. She's famous too, and I've got her song.
Reese, Jasmine. I'm thinking of people from around this area.
No, she's
Reese Palmer. Love her too. Oh my God.
Izzy Gabor. No,
Zsa Zsa Gabor.
no. I'm gonna have to. Their name. I'll remember it in a little while. I'm getting old. Can't remember this stuff. That was a while back.
Well,
Although I do remember my first ever concert was Janet Jackson.
First ever concert was Janet?
Can never forget that.
Now, what do
Oh
y'all
my
think?
gosh.
Apparently, there's a documentary because I was talking to some friends of mine who have a podcast on YouTube, and they said that they were not all that impressed because apparently they were wanting more details that have been revealed. But I have yet to see the documentary. Has anybody seen this new documentary on Janet, and what is your reaction to it?
Oh, I hadn't seen it yet.
I did see that there was, I mean, of course, people pick apart little things that they want to fixate on. I guess one very small part of it, Janet was asked, it was like an old interview, and in 2008, she was asked like who she would have a lesbian relationship with. And she said, Alicia Keys. And Alicia Keys responded, she's like, I always knew I was bae. I'm like, I would want to be Janet Jackson's girl crush too.
Yes.
That would be such an honor.
Wait a minute.
If I can get
I thought I got that memo. I thought you already were Janet Jackson's girl crush. You mean you're not?
Janet, you want my number? Let's talk.
Now remember, it's Miss Jackson if you're nasty.
Exactly.
I am. Just kidding.
All right, breaking
I'm not a
news.
player. I just crush a lot.
Man, I can't get my PlayStation to work right. Oh, I know why.
Can't get a PlayStation.
So what are we doing? Are we following the same theme, or are we just like a bunch
Yes,
of
we're gonna go
ruffians
right
again?
down the line. Are you ready for the hot seat game? Because I found one for you.
Yeah.
The hot seat game.
I've also been like meeting to meeting, and I want coffee too at some point.
Oh, see, that kind of fits in with this hot seat game.
Ooh, okay, guys. I might have to take you downstairs with me to the kitchen so I can make coffee.
We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
We're going on a trip. By the way, while we're going on this trip, and I know that she's getting ready to take us downstairs to grab the coffee. But I don't know if I told Kara, but this last weekend I was actually having the pleasure of having cats in my life because I was cat sitting last weekend. So I cat sat from I think it was Friday night to Sunday night. So yes, only the neighbors upstairs let me keep Millie for a while. So Millie the cat was hanging out the calico and enjoying the company of the house.
Millie, what happened to Vanilli?
Well, I don't know what happened to Vanilli. Millie the calico cat was here. Vanilli was not part of the package.
Oh, gotcha.
Louis went on the ride because apparently, the thing about cats and dogs is that dogs sometimes are a little bit more prone to liking to go on trips, particularly depending on the breed. So Louis was all about going on a trip down the road to visit Taylorsville, where the neighbors upstairs family is and everything. Not so much Millie. Millie was like, I think I'll just go downstairs and hang out with her.
Oh yeah. Are you still cat sitting or?
I'm not still cat sitting. The cat's back home, but I did go visit it yesterday, so we are still bonded. And they said anytime that I want to come and grab the cat has Uncle Mark here, so they know that Millie is part of the family now.
You are such a sweet cat lady. Like you really are.
Got some cake out of the deal because the nice couples gave me some cake, and then they said, hey, anytime you want Millie, we'll even give you your own litter box that you could have for whenever you want Millie. So literally Millie can have two houses. Millie is going to be a two-house cat.
Aww. I love it. You can have like a little cat door too.
I can have a little cat door. The cat can maybe travel from upstairs and downstairs and just travel whenever it feels like it.
Oh my gosh. I love it.
Fan of cats.
Okay, hot seat. You
All
don't
right,
like
ready,
cats, John?
Here we go. You ready?
Me?
Yeah.
I've only had a couple cats in my time that I've liked. I just not my favorite. I prefer dogs.
Yeah.
All right, Kara, this is the lighthearted hot seat. By the time you get your coffee and sit down, because you're going to need it for the actual main hot seat game, because you get to choose on that one.
No, coffee takes 10 minutes because I
Oh,
use
that's
an
perfect.
AeroPress. So just
This is the lighthearted hot seat game I was going to show
Hit
you.
it.
Minutes to impress.
So the lighthearted hot seat game is one of my favorites, as always. Oh, where'd Mark go? Mark pulled himself. He's eating. You can't.
Oh my gosh, he pulled him out. He pulled himself out of the
I
hot
put
seat.
myself out because I was eating, but I can also turn off the camera and still listen. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I was gonna put you right back in. But this hot seat game, Kara, is one of my favorites.
Okay.
It actually is a remake of an old game.
Sega.
Developers. It was Theme Hospital was the actual game. They had 2 or 3 of the developers on the original game. They brought them over to this one, and it's called 2 Point Hospital. All it is you're running a hospital and trying to treat patients, and it's actually it's cute, it's fun, because it really does have an in-depth part to it, because as you hire people, I'll jump into the hospital that I just actually did. It's the first hospital. So for example, with this hospital, I had to hire assistants, I had to hire janitors. People are running around. There's my doctor. He looks pretty happy right now. I know. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's pretty happy right now because he just got paid. I think he was
is
one.
this? Like,
so there are people coming in with this. Ludwig Bunting just walked in. He has to check in. He's about to go get his general checkout. I had to create my pharmacist. Had to hire nurses to make sure that the pharmacy is running. And as you see, they're actually giving patients pills, having them drink it, and then they're cured. Sometimes they end up dying in the middle of your hospital.
what?
Which kind of stinks. Yeah. Because they'll walk out and die. And you're like, I didn't do anything.
This is so lighthearted and traumatizing. Oh my God.
It really is.
What? Oh my God.
Yep. So as you see, he's going in to get checked in. There's no audio. My audio is not kicking in on this game. Let me get the audio going because I don't know why.
Hearing music.
Oh, now it's gonna play.
Yeah.
There we go. So with this hospital, as you see, I've gotten a couple of awards. Let's see which one I'm gonna get. They gave me Doctor of the Year, I've got Nurse of the Year, and then I've got Employee of the Year. I did have some people die, so I didn't get no deaths. I didn't get Janitor of the Year. But it's cute. It's a really, really cute game.
Oh, wow.
So, for example, I had to create this ward where people will come, change, choose a bed. The nurse will take care of them while they're in there. I need to add another nurse. There's no nurse in that one. And if they can end up dying. Over here, as he's getting cured for his disease, they're getting the deluxe, basically. They take his light bulb head off and put his other head back on.
Interesting.
But it's all just funky filled diseases or complications because they don't want it to be real serious as an actual hospital, but it's all silly. I mean, as you see, this is my my employee lounge. My nurse is tired. That nurse is tired. Good Lord, I need another nurse.
Relaxation by going home to manage a hospital.
Yeah, it actually is. It's fun.
So, like, is it like in Grey's Anatomy? They go to take a nap and they do other
Where's
stuff?
the drama?
Pretty much.
Where's the drama?
And then you'll have a ghost that'll pop up, and if you don't have a janitor that can chase away ghosts, then your people
Dr. Waffles is the father of everybody's child.
So the janitor, the janitor is also Ghostbusters?
Yep, the janitor's Ghostbusters. Janitor's Ghostbusters.
Grey's Anatomy, Ghostbusters.
It's a new game.
Wow.
So yeah, I've got my little machines up here. They've got to get they'll get food and drinks. My reputation's high. Right now, my expenses are at 29,000. Okay, whoo, that
I
changed.
don't trust that one lady walking right there. Look at her.
And
Oh,
she looks like she's talking to
She
somebody.
Probably stole all the pills.
That's right, dude. She's like, ooh, I ain't
She
going to
looked like she was talking to somebody.
Yeah, all right. Just a shampoo. It'll clean your hair, but it won't change your life. Serving 2-point county.
Is that part of the game?
Yeah, it's all part of the game.
The
Apparently,
shampoo?
they've never used herbal essence.
They've got advertisements. They have songs because you got this 2-point hospital radio, and that's what's playing the music. I had to build a bathroom.
Now, this bathroom that you built, did it have multiple genders?
Hey, it's anybody who goes in there and poops or pees.
Oh,
Yeah, two
unisex.
stalls.
Nice.
That's right.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's just easier that way.
Actually, it is in this game, especially. You don't need to build the urinals. Just let them go in there and drop 2. You're good.
That's right.
Keep it going.
See, look at the doctor had to run in there.
He's about to go boom, boom.
Yep.
Boom, boom.
I have kids.
Like
there's that
Ally
ghost.
McBeal in the bathroom, like that kind of unisex experience. Unisex bathroom experience.
See, that's my
Heard of Ally
janitor.
McBeal.
My janitor just took away the ghost with the vacuum.
Oh, he's
Okay.
so
Got some
awesome.
Luigi's Mansion in here, I see.
But yeah, it's a very fun game and it's lighthearted. Like I said, I haven't had
Until people drop dead.
You're right. People
Like just
die.
for fun.
Unisex bathroom.
You know,
Dr. Waffles is the father
Of everyone.
of everyone. And then we have drama.
oh man, I'm losing more money. I need to, and then to get more money, you've got to build more stuff.
So the doctor is actually a construction worker too?
I love how you explain this to somebody. It's like you walk through, like, see this tree? It's a nice tree.
Yep.
This is a big, nice tree.
I mean, because it's just really just a simulation game. So you just have
And at the top,
Yeah.
you got some leaves.
Interesting.
It brings oxygen. No, what is it?
It's a simulation and management.
What is it?
It's all about meeting certain goals, building a working hospital that's functional. Basically, if he could step away, the hospital would run by itself.
There you go.
Essentially what he needs to do.
Yeah, because I built everything in the hospital that I could. I can add more rooms if I need to.
Okay, I'm pouring the coffee, guys.
Are you? The nectar, the bean
Yeah,
water.
my AeroPress.
Oh, yes. Or the bean water.
All right. See, and I'm stalling, Kara, because I'm really ready for you to make these decisions in the next game. The next game is heavy. Mark has seen it, and I know John has played it.
No, no, whatever it is. No,
Leisure Suit Larry.
no.
No, it's actually a really good game. We've talked about it many a times. I just never had a chance to show you.
This is the first time I've heard you talk about the hospital game.
No, not the hospital game. No, the game that I'm talking about is a different one.
Oh, what is it?
It is Detroit.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah, I've heard you have talked about it.
Yep.
Oh, that's depressing.
It's like a drama, and it's very deep. You can really think a lot on it, but it's really cool because after each scene or each scenario, you get to see what the world chose and how people, whoever else is playing the game, how they chose the game or they made decisions, which is really kind of neat.
I feel like poor Detroit. you know, they had to make a game after the city, and the city's already been enough. Already been through enough.
Right.
It's like a deep game, and you call it Detroit.
Well, it's actually really
Detroit Become Human
cool. Yep.
is the name of the game.
I have no idea what this guy has.
Oh, dude, he's grooving.
He just stole all of these Cialis.
Yeah, he's still
You know where the fentanyl is.
Let me fill the
Yeah. That's what he's doing.
He needs a bathroom immediately.
He needs something.
He needs his unisex bathroom. You better give him some place to pee.
So evidently he's got a condition called Mockstar.
Oh, what?
A Mockstar condition.
Yeah.
That's Mockstar, whatever that is.
Okay. Whatever.
Psychiatric,
It's where you think that you're a star.
Pretty much.
right?
So he has a condition called narcissism.
That would be it.
This is Grey's Anatomy.
Oh my gosh.
Attention. Has anyone seen my pen?
Anybody seen his what?
45th
Pen?
caller to be away
Yep.
ticket to the
Right.
Rock Festival taking place next month. I admire our station manager's optimism. The most callers we've ever had in a day was
New
6.
technology.
2 of them were wrong number.
Yep, got new
Come a long
technology.
way. That's how we build rooms now.
How they talk is ridiculous. I love the technology.
Doctor, I gotta find that.
We built it.
I just think it'd be funny if I was in a hospital and someone's like, "Hey, has anyone seen my pen?"
On the intercom.
Deborah, I know it was you.
You dirty bitch, you. Give me my pen.
You took the pen. I was trying to give that prescription.
Ugh.
See, look at there. He's going in there to see the psychiatrist, see the doctor, get all cured up.
He's gonna get whatever he has, Hamilton, whatever the hell you said,
Look.
Hamilton disease.
I need a janitor. Get the big janitor.
Small janitor, big janitor.
See, look at there. He's cured.
He's cured. He's
Of his
normal.
narcissism?
Pretty much, he's walking normal now.
Until he gets outside and decides that he's going crazy again.
Build a pharmacy.
We got somebody else walking to the farm, to the psychiatrist.
Be right back, my guys. One sec.
Okay.
So, Jacoby, did you know that you had built an open air hospital? Because I don't see any ceilings on this hospital whatsoever.
Anyway,
Ceilings. You have an open air hospital.
I mean, it'd be hard to have a ceiling and create these rooms if there were a ceiling there.
That's true. But it's just kind of a novel concept. Open air hospital.
I'll be back, guys.
No problem.
All right.
But while we're waiting for those two, on a serious note, I had a guest on the online dinner party, and we were just trying to decide kind of what the game is about, which is we know that the hospitals are doing well in the sense of helping in this pandemic, but how do you feel about the medical system in general? We had a guest on that was feeling that the system is broken. I was just wondering your thoughts.
Yeah, the system has always been broken. It's always been it's always been a system built. Some things you should not have to make money off of, and that's what this system is built on. Is hey, it's a for-profit system.
Right.
It's not a hey, let's make you well so I don't make money off of you. It's hey, how much money can I make off of you? And that's the way the medical system was set up, because it's the idea that it's the whole capitalism stuff.
Capitalism, that's why we got a bunch of folks on pills that probably don't need to be on pills, including some of our kids.
So I'm hoping that it'll change soon. Or soon enough.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, one of the patients just left, and I guess they're going back out into the city. That's all. One patient came in. I saw one walking down the highway or the road. You can't see them anymore because they're all down the road. Maybe they got picked up.
Yeah, picked up by somebody. Oh, see, now hopefully I got enough staff. Now I need to build more rooms. This is what's so great about this game. You just keep on building and building.
Keep on building rooms left and right.
I'm building a big ward.
I wonder if anybody ever drives up and drops a patient off into the patient ward. Because I'd heard that back in the day, you could make money dropping off people in the patient ward if you thought that they were crazy and you could prove it. Of course, that's the catch. You got to prove it.
Yeah.
I did read somewhere that in North Carolina, I used to be able to go pick up the Toby and say, "Hey, this man is crazy. Can you take him?"
And it still happens.
Say what?
It still happens.
It still happens?
They just drop you out front.
Say what? They drop you out front and hope that you walk in?
Why is it? Whenever you clip your nails,
I thought the catch was that they were trying to make money off of you. Don't they have to walk you in to order to get like the check?
Your keyboard. Does the keyboard feed on them? I don't know. No one knows.
What is up with that sleepy porn star voice?
Good question.
They're just saying doing those
okay, we can do the Detroit
mundane things, and then yeah.
I know it's been more than a minute, Kara, but how is the new job going? It's not all that new now.
Oh, I mean, you know, we all have side hustles, right? It's fun. I mean, like for me, it's like I wear my mask every time I step out of my apartment. So my hands are so dry from sanitizing. I have like 80-year-old lady hands. They can't get moisturized. You know, but it's like mask up. But it's fun. Henry says hi. He's shaking. Oh no, we had like a band last weekend, which is fun.
Was the band any good?
Oh yeah, they're like one of the best in Cincinnati. They're a swing band. They're really good. But then I was like, oh my gosh, all the people. Just gonna keep my mask on and stay over there. But yeah. How are your gigs going?
Yeah, going good. I did. Keeping busy. Got 1,001 things going on as always, between podcasts of mine and podcasts of other people's, and then doing some other things. Actually, I'm gonna do a speaking engagement. I'm gonna be speaking on music for a community college, I believe it is, in Arizona. So a friend of mine.
Oh, good.
So I think that'll be in 3 weeks. They sent me a contract, so they'll give me a little bit of money for that. And the Funky Eye Puppets are still performing. We did a Chinese New Year celebration earlier today.
Oh yeah. I always wondered what to call it though, because it's not just the Chinese who celebrate it. And so it's like, I guess because, you know, unfortunately, you know, if it's not in your sphere of like common, you know, just common knowledge or whatever, you don't know. And so learning, I'm like, oh, it's the Lunar New Year. And because several Asian communities celebrate it, like Vietnamese and so on. But yeah, that happened yesterday. That's so cool.
It did happen yesterday, but yeah, say we did the performance today and everything. You have anything with coffee? Remember, you said you were going to get coffee. I'm wondering whether you're an international coffee person or whether you're like a Folgers lady.
There's so many voices going on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know why this volume is so loud. I tried to turn it down.
I don't know what's going on.
2 hours of music from the background.
All right, Carrie, you're back at your chair.
Yeah.
She's back in her chair, and I was just asking what kind of coffees did she like, because I noticed she said she's a coffee person. So I was asking whether she's an international coffee person or a Folgers person. What kind of coffees are your coffees of choice?
Oh, this is a local coffee. I try to go to local places. They're local coffee places that have like what's it called? They purchase it directly from farms in specific parts of the world.
Cool. What is that?
Yeah, so I think this is purchased directly from like a coffee farm in Ethiopia or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really
Ethiopia.
nice. It's earthy.
And there is a term for that, because a lot
I mean,
of
you could have played it while I was making my coffee.
Well, because you get to make decisions with this one. And I want to see.
I mean, I make bad decisions regardless with those games, so it doesn't matter.
Because this is, I mean, this one, again, ooh, okay, hold on. It's such a good game, just because it tells such a great story. But also it's very, it's like watching a TV show and you're choosing what the people do.
Oh, wow. A little Rita letting herself out.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. What would you like to do today?
And we have choices.
Yep. And Mark, it was funny watching everybody play. You remember that one, Mark? Way back when, I think it was Ankit that tried to do it.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
How'd that go?
It was interesting,
to say the least.
Negotiator on site. Negotiator on site.
Now, Carrie, you're gonna have to tell me what to do.
Hogwarts.
Is a negotiator.
Tell him to walk up to the.
And right now, I mean, I'll try and walk around to the different things so you can see, because you're an investigator in this scenario. So you get to look at everything that's going on. Like, you'll see this family. There's Emma Phillips, the daughter, John Phillips, the father, Caroline Phillips. And you can see the whole room is all busted up.
Oh, wow.
Please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person? Don't let that thing here. Keep that thing away from my daughter.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with androids?
So that's where I'm supposed to go with find Captain Allen.
Okay.
We have a choice in example.
But there's stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta talk to Captain Allen first. I forgot.
That bastard's gonna jump. Fuck, man. I got this thing on like home.
Where's Captain Allen? Right here. Okay.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
What do I say? What do I say? What do I say?
What does that mean?
So you have to choose.
Does it matter?
I need information to determine the best approach.
So do you want to check out the deviant's behavior, the emotional shock, or the deactivation code?
Has it
Deviant's
experienced an
behavior.
emotional shock recently?
Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
So which one do you want to do? Understand what happened or save hostage at all costs?
I mean, I wanna see what save hostage at all costs means, but I wanna understand what happens.
So just jump out the window.
I just want both.
You got to choose one. Oh, and you can only choose one.
No pressure.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. Let's understand what happens. I feel like it's gonna turn out badly, but I want to understand what happened.
Well, see, that's the fun of this game is trying to, like, your choice matters because you can't go back and choose something different.
Yeah.
And then at the end of, like I said, each scenario, like at the end of this scenario, you get to find out what does everybody else choose. So this is a reconstruction of what may have happened or what did happen. So you can fast forward. You see he's closing the case.
Think like Minority Report almost, if you've seen that, Kara.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Give you a little bit of a way to put it to something.
Yep. So
what's going on?
It's rewinding the time where he put it up there.
So I think since he's an android, he probably has the ability to put all this together in his mind.
Yep. So what happened was whoever this is, or the deviant, reached up top, pulled down the case with the gun, and pulled out the gun.
But why did he do that?
That's where you keep on searching, and that's the beauty of this game. So that's there. We'll go in this room. Searching the room to see what's going on. We'll examine this. Oops. So now you know the name of the actual android or the deviant, because they're calling the android that's gone bad or gone rogue a deviant.
Yeah.
Stay sharp. I want everybody ready to go at any second.
Let's see if we can walk around. There's nothing there. Let's walk over here. We're just in that room.
All units hold positions. Negotiators going in.
Yeah, analyze.
There's a dead person there. Let's see.
Oh, it's not the dad.
Yep. So he got shot. Another bullet wound. A third bullet wound. Yep, he's dead. John Phillips.
He
Let's
did.
reconstruct. See what happened here. So he was sitting down and he stood up. He was holding on to something. So he stood up and then was shot. Oh, let me see here. Let me analyze that part. Oh, let me come around this way. Oh, there it is. So now I've got a 56% probability of actually making this a successful visit.
Mm.
So I can take what he was holding.
Mm-hmm.
Your order for an AP700 Android has been registered. CyberLife thanks you for your purchase.
So the Android was going to be replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit! Cover me while I patch man down. Man down. That's the way you do it.
Let's see. Let's analyze this guy. All right. Anthony Deckard, he's dead. Let's see why. Ooh, he's got something in his hand. Got the gun. One more thing I'm missing. Oh, right there. Got the gunshot residue. Oh, no, that's not it. Ah, there it is. Oh, that's the gunshot. And we can reconstruct what happened to him. So the hostage.
Mm.
All right. So the cop shot the deviant first. So when the cop came in, he shot the android. The android shot back. And there's something else around. Ah, there's the cop's gun. So I'm up to 65%. Did you want to gamble and see if we can talk the android down? Or do you want to keep searching?
Keep searching.
Nothing there. Oh.
May have taken the lives of at least one family member
And the police.
That's all on TV. There's got to be something else around.
Leave us alone! I want all of you out of here now!
Nothing there. I don't know where the other stuff is.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bathroom.
Yep.
There's always something bad in the bathroom.
What was that? What just happened?
He just took a shot.
Oh. I thought we were going in the bathroom.
Search rooms, victim examined.
Yeah, search hostages room. We were already in there though.
Get the paramedics ready. I got a man down and another one moving on out. We need to evacuate ASAP.
Yeah, I don't know where everything else is. It didn't let me. I mean, they didn't show much in the bathroom.
What the fuck are you doing? You gotta talk to us.
Whoop. All right. So, Kara, looks like they're forcing us outside.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, you got to answer these questions quick because it'll pop up.
No, this is my first time, so chill.
Stay back!
Don't
come any closer or I'll jump!
So save hostage at all costs then.
All right, we're going to ask for the name.
Hi, Daniel. My name is Connor. How do you know my name? I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this.
Ooh, down to 44%.
Shit. Gain Deviant's trust.
Which one do you want to do? Calm, release hostage? You got to choose one.
Reassure Daniel.
It went with empathize.
I know how you're feeling. What difference does it make if you're an android? You're on their side. You can't understand how I'm feeling.
All right, what you got to do? Realistic or defective?
Realistic.
You're defective,
You chose
Daniel.
defective.
There's a problem with your software.
You only got a certain time.
And everything will be okay. I don't
So
need
there's
to
a
be
bar
fixed.
that's at the bottom of
I'm
it.
working perfectly. But my eyes are open now. I will never let anyone humiliate me again. Ever.
Realistic or blaming?
Realistic.
There's no way out, Daniel. What you've done is too serious. The only question is whether or not you take another innocent life.
No.
It's not up to you. I'm holding all the cards. If I die, she dies. You hear me?
Sympathetic or blaming?
Sympathetic.
Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software. No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I loved them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
Accept or refuse?
Accept.
There. I did what you wanted.
All right, it's 50%.
I made one good.
Trust last chance. Which one?
Listen, there are
Oh, what we're
Okay,
rational.
I was doing
Let the hostage
what
go. You have
trust.
no other choice.
I was wanting to do trust.
And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Compromise refuse.
I want to compromise.
That's impossible, Daniel. Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt. I don't want to die.
Truth, reassure.
Reassure.
You're not going to die. You're just going to talk. Nothing will happen to you. You have my word. I've spent my life taking orders. Now it's my turn to decide.
No. Well, the girl's saved.
You got a successful mission.
Sacrifice himself in a successful mission.
But again, that's the cool thing about this whole game is the fact that this scene is pretty much now done. It's wrapping up. But then you get to see what everybody else chose and how it went about it. Because there's a completely different ending if you did different things throughout the whole scene. So then it's always that's that huge replay value on this game, and I love it because of that.
Cool.
And it tells such a great story. For example, here's the flow chart that you chose now. So starting way down here at the beginning, there's something up there. I didn't know you could do a fish thing. There's take the cop's gun.
Fish thing?
Yeah, you can save a fish.
Okay.
Like CPR on a fish.
Yeah, evidently. Then there's also the way
Hey,
the
what's up,
negotiation
Pete?
happens. What's going on,
Hey.
What's up, bro? And
What's going on?
Detroit.
Yep. And you see all the different endings there are. Because the one that we got, Connor leapt for Emma and fell.
I don't even
The
think I
sniper
hear you
could've shot.
guys. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to figure this out.
Uh-oh.
He's got toys.
I'm on the
that's the cool
phone.
thing about this game, Kara.
I think Kara will be a master negotiator.
But I mean, it's a very fun,
I
in-depth
mean-
game where you really get
So like I had to put
in
my
the story.
You got good skills, Kara.
it sucks.
Yeah,
I
because
can't
there
hear you
were a
guys.
couple of things that Jacoby chose, and we went down.
Well, I was just
in
saying hello to
percentage.
everyone, saying hey, what's going on?
Hey
Me and the
guys.
girlfriend went to go see Groundhog Day. Today is Groundhog Day. So we went to
It
go
is?
check that out. So I apologize if I can't hear you. I can't respond, but I just wanted to say hello to everybody.
Good to
So
see
everyone's
you.
having a good night and everything else.
Love you. Bye.
I'm pretty sure y'all about to close up around like what 10:30, right?
No, I'm waiting
So,
for you to get home because you want
I
somebody
guess
to
I'll check
smoke
you
in that
guys
virtual
because I can't
fire.
hear you at all. So I'm a little upset about that. I wanted to actually have a conversation, but I'll see you guys later, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
But yeah, it's a very fun game, Kara. I think it's very,
Interesting.
very interesting. And it tells such a great story.
Huh.
But that's all I got for the hot seat this week.
I wonder what his groundhog picked. Because I know that Pittsburgh County Field said that it was 6 more weeks of winter coming our way.
I mean,
Well-
doesn't he set it up to where either way it's 6 weeks of till spring or 6 more weeks of winter, and that's the same thing?
So I hate to
Tawny
laugh.
Phil, the seer of seers, the prognosticators. Of
I hate to laugh at this because I know I'm a bad person for doing so. But you guys didn't see the article. What was it? 2 days ago? It was either yesterday or 2 days ago. The actual groundhog that they normally rely on, that Punxsutawney Phil, died.
Oh, So we have a new
And
bug.
so they had to use a new one.
Oh, well, he's broken. He doesn't know what he's doing.
That's what I'm saying.
So we have a broken one.
Mm-hmm.
There's a new Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil.
So, but yeah, that's all I got for the hot seat this week. Just those two games that I wanted to show you and get your ideas on them. But guess what?
Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome. But now it's
What's up? That's right. How we doing?
Good.
So everybody, all right. We're gonna be
All right.
we got a game this week we're gonna be talking about called Dreamscaper. Just came out on Game Pass today. For anyone who knows, that's on the Xbox. Let me share my screen here.
I thought it came out tomorrow.
No, it's out, but I already had it on
Steam.
Yeah, I shared my screen if you don't mind. Good.
I've been waiting on this.
I don't know if you meant to have the screen like that.
Let me see it's weird. If it'll. There we go.
There you go. Okay. So it is a roguelike game. So this game is a little bit different than your average game of this type. What it is you have two different type of worlds. You have the real world, which is what I'm in right now, and then you have the dream state world. While you're in the real world, you have to go throughout the city that this character lives in. We're not too sure about what her name is, but all the other characters in this world have a name. You have to build relationships with them. And as you build relationships with them, it affects your dream state world. So as you also Pag Vero and Twitch chat, I don't know if you guys know this, he said, hey, Jatovia, if you saw.
Yeah, that's Jahan right there.
Oh, that's Jahan. Oh, my bad. I didn't know that. Oh, what's up, Jahan? I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. But anyways, so you build relationships and it improves your dream state world. You know, like when you go to sleep, basically. So in the day, you go throughout this world and you build relationships and try to improve the morale of people in your town, essentially, what I can say. And that affects what happens to you when you go to sleep. And when you go to sleep at night, you go into this dream state. This game's called Dreamscaper, by the way. And you fight monsters. I guess you could essentially call it, say, nightmares. So you have this entire world, this city right here. Each have a different area. Obviously, these little quest icons that are above them are places that I can go to do some sort of quest. So let's say Alexandria Books. So we'll head to this location. If I walk over to Bruce here, I talk to him. So Bruce is a familiar face. As you build relationships with certain characters in the game, you get more familiarized with them. Obviously, if you build a friendship, you get closer to them. Same kind of thing. So you're going to chit-chat. Bruce pulls out a book and encourages Cassie to read it herself. Interest revealed, reading. So what just happened was, as I've built my relationship with Bruce, I have now discovered something that Bruce enjoys. What did we just discover Bruce likes?
Reading.
He likes to read. So now when I can go back to my home and I can take, it's a game, so they play some things on there, but I can take some of the stuff that I acquired in my dream state world to craft him his favorite book or to make him something. And then I'll bring this book to him. It will increase me and his relationship, which then will make me more powerful in my dream state.
It's a very fun game.
I really like this.
It's a very fun game. The prologue is awesome. Because that's where I got introduced to it when I downloaded.
So we'll just give you a little bit of insight. So this is the real world. So we're gonna go home. So here's your main home. So here's her little room. You got your little camera. So you go over here, and this is your loadout. So it mixes two different worlds. So you have the story side of it, and then now we have the combat side of it. So what on my last build that I was doing, I was going with a fire build. So as you build, remember how I told you build relationships with characters inside the real world? Well, down here, these are influences. So these are characters that in the real world I built relationships with. So if I equip Tamal's passion, it improves my fire attacks. So here's where the game comes into play. So basically what I went with is a fire build. So anyways, we're going to back out of that. So that's interesting. So here we're going to go over to sleep. And here is the dream intensity. So basically it's the game's way of having a difficulty level. So we'll just put it on something simple, nothing crazy. So standard bosses. So we're going to start off. And now she's done with her day. She's going to go fall asleep. Now we're going into her dream. So now we are inside the dream. And I can choose one of 3 different ways to go up here on the left. So you have 3 different paths you can take. And I don't know what they're going to be. I know that if I go upwards, I'll get to fight monsters. If I go left, it's a question mark. So that's kind of just up in there. So we'll go this way. Looks like I received an item. So if anyone's ever played Hades or knows what I'm talking about. So what I just did there is I just equipped a better armor piece. So it looks like all that's in this area was just me to pick up an item. So you can deflect. If you time it perfectly, you can get perfect deflections. And then everything in this game, you fight, and you can, based on your builds or what you're using. So like one of my skills, I'll show you right now, I'm using a frying pan. Inside the world, you can have these little memories. So you guys ever know how to dream? You'll have a dream about something that you haven't thought about in a long time. And you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought about such and such. Well, that same thing happens essentially in this world. As you go during dreams, as you see these locations I'm at, these are memories of hers that are associated with the past. We're trying to figure out what she's essentially going through. Okay, so I wasn't able to. So this bottom area that I hear, this little question mark is locked until I find a bomb. So I'm currently looking for a bomb. So I'm going to go up here and see if I can't find some enemies. Okay, do not use your shield. All right, I cannot use my shield here. Pretty easy. Well. So if y'all saw that, that was a giant frying pan. All right, I did not use my shield. So since I did not use my shield, I received an item. And the whole point of this game is as you go further into a dream, think Inception. We're stacking dreams here. We're going to go further into a dream. You're going to acquire better gear. You want to get better gear as the further you get into her dream. And based on how far you get into her dream, it will affect the real world. Because then you'll learn more about her past and build more a relationship with the people that are back in her real world. Now this is a puzzle. So it mixes a little bit up in here. So what we have to do is we have to connect everything. So you guys can help me. So we'll start here. Jeez, I bet that's just like that. So that's what we're doing here. Everything has to be gold.
Yeah. Yeah, and then go back up there.
There you go.
Yeah. And
Got
then
it.
that piece. Oh, okay, yeah.
So I got telekinesis. Projectiles or beams penetrate. Boost fuego.
You already got past the what is it? The big shark thing, right?
Yes, I'm gonna do the first boss, and then I
Okay.
figured I was gonna switch and then I was gonna show this, do the first boss, and then should talk about one more game, and then what everybody wants to do. Small lucid droplet, increased lucid. Lucid is basically your magic power, guys. So think of if a wizard had, magic and she was using fire blast, she could only use so much fire blast until her magic got depleted. That's what lucid is in this game, essentially.
Yeah.
Beautiful art, by the way, guys. I'm a huge fan of that. So now I have the ability, that's telekinesis when I'm using right there. I'm throwing rocks at my opponent, essentially. Big old boulders. Just destroying these to see if there's anything in them. So I picked up, on the bottom left of my screen, you'll see 3 icons. The one on the left is the key, which is just some part of the game which unlocks certain aspects of your dream. The second one to your right is bombs, which you could think of them as like epiphanies almost inside your dreams, is what, essentially what it is. And then you have sand, which, so I'm going to use a bomb right here. The only thing that can destroy the copper stalactites, whatever. So Storm Ward, idea, parry an attack to send out a pulse of electricity around you, shocking enemies. That then says step back like 100,000 volts. So I just basically picked up a permabuff, a passive, essentially. As long as I time my attacks right, I can shock and stun my opponents. Time my attacks, time my blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Black belt, increase your melee damage. Holy smokes, let's go. This is a pretty good run. Oh, here's the boss coming up. All right, so now we have this guy right here. I'm going to time this. There we go. Okay, we're going to get, let's see, anything else we can discover? We'll go see down here real quick. So since we have those bombs, we're going to go unlock this door. Right here. Let it explode. So now we unlock that portal.
Huh.
Another item. Sweet, guys. You always want to see these little things like this. What did I just get?
Fire damage.
I just got that ability. Y'all see that? That was cool.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what's this way, and then we'll go fight the boss. The boss is
boss.
You'll see the boss. Boss pretty cool. All right, here we go. Easy. And then that requires a key. I have a key. So we're going to unlock this. And what I've just unlocked was a vendor. So all that sand, essentially sand is moolah in this game. So I can either buy this, photocopy, fires off an additional projectile or beam for all ranged attacks. Yes, sir. Sounds good to me. So now when I use my telekinesis and I throw my boulder, I'll throw 2 boulders. So we're going to fast travel up to the other point to where the boss was, and we're going to get right into it. I'm not going to skip the cutscene so you can see the boss.
I like this boss.
I have the option to skip because I've already defeated the first boss, but we're not going to do that.
This boss is pretty cool.
And essentially, these bosses are her insecurities manifesting themselves. So I want to throw these bombs out to cause the mine to explode. And then look at that damage. Oh my gosh. Which is then going to cause. We're going to time that so I don't get hit. So now it's going to do that again. So we're going to rinse and repeat. Now it's going to move a little faster, so I have to time my rocks better. We're going to slow down time. Y'all see that damage? Oh my God. Y'all see that damage?
Just destroyed all those poor little whales.
So now I'm just dodging its attacks. And then it should spawn back up again. It's doing some more. Now we're going to rinse and repeat. I'm going to time it for this one. Oh. Got it.
So she literally slayed her fears and her
Slayed
dreams.
her fears right there.
Yep.
See it? She conquered it. And that's one part. That's the first part of her dream. And then we're going to go deeper. We're going to move on to the next part of the dream. So now the game element comes into play because, obviously they have the real life stuff. But now you get items and you get, better turtle shell, increase health and boost armor. Yeah.
What is the name of this game again?
Dreamscaper.
And where can you find it?
This game's on Steam, or it's a part of Game Pass right now. It just came out today. You can play with a controller. It recommends with a controller.
Yep.
So essentially what you do is we're moving on to the different part. So we just essentially defeat the first part of her dream. So now we're going to move on to the second part of her dream, which is the renewal. So now we're going to move on. And I have not made it to the boss of this one. I can either show you guys another game, or we can move on a little bit more with this if you guys want to. It's completely up
I
to
would
you.
love to see a little bit more of that if you guys don't mind. I mean,
yeah, that's fine. This game just came out today, so it's
this is oh my gosh! I literally just I want to go get a computer where I can use Steam and then play this because I can't do it on my Chromebook.
I just found an obelisk that just gave me some money, just a little bit of bonus.
Wow.
And every part of these maps and worlds you're in are places that she has visited. See, the Liquor Grocery, Red Haven, this is all real memories of hers. And so you're going down, essentially.
Down here memory lane.
She's got some shit going on, and we're just trying to figure out what the hell's happening. So, which is interesting in itself, and you're building these relationships. And you don't know why, but I mean, I don't know. It's cool. And this is where the game part comes into play, which I very much enjoy that aspect. So you get a little bit of story, as well as I like to use those blocks, those counter, because it just instantly kills it. If I don't time it right every time. I don't have a key, but we're gonna use a bomb on this.
Okay.
So all that stuff on the bottom right. Remember, I told you guys when you're in the real world, you can use materials to make stuff to build relationships with the people in the real world. So that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm picking up resolve. You pick up resolve. Is one of the things. Resolve, believe it or not, right? How to stand firm. One of the other things you pick up is oh gosh, what's it called? I don't know. I can't remember. We'll figure it out together. Lucid awakening gives me the ability to lucid dreaming. Is essentially what it is. It allows me to control my dream, which in this world it allows me to slow down time, just like that. Inspiration. There's another one.
Yeah.
So the other material we're essentially picking up. So in this world, instead of picking up iron ore and metal ore, you're picking up inspiration, resolve, and I think the other one's courage.
We're going to say determination.
Or determination. Yeah, we'll have to see. So resolve, and we have the other one. Die. We got this, boys. No! Ah, it's so hard.
Oh.
So we wake up from our dream. So now we're back in the real world. And it's going to show us the result. How long it took, your time, bosses skip, damage dealt, etc., etc. So now, since we picked up all that resolve and inspiration, we can go over here to craft. So we can make a painting of the cosmos. So we can essentially just make a painting. Now, someone in the real world might have a love for painting, so then we're going to take this painting we made and go give it to them. It's going to improve that relationship. So what did we find out? The one guy, what did Bruce like? Anyone remember what Bruce liked?
Reading.
Reading. So let's see what we got here for reading. Oh, we got a poem.
A cool beat poem.
Or an illustration of historic Red Haven. No, we probably don't want that. A postcard of Red Haven? Nah, he don't want that. Sleek earplug? No, probably not. Whimsical sonnet?
Maybe.
A poem is the one right now. Artistic photo from trip abroad?
No, the poem probably.
I think the poem.
Yeah.
Or abstract poem.
Yeah.
But you have it.
Oh, it's got his picture in it. You see those little icons on there? So all the question marks are stuff that I have not. If I make it, there's someone out there that likes it that I do not know likes it. So I'm remembering some things because I literally just got back into this like a day or two ago.
So cool. Let's do abstract poem.
Let's try abstract poem. So we're gonna spin that on that. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna make a whimsical sonnet because why not? And we're gonna do a sweatbands with geometric patterns. There we go. So now we're gonna go into the real world.
She's gonna get all crafty.
We gotta find Bruce. So Bruce is at the Silk Lounge. Ooh, baby.
Oh, that sounds a
We're
little
at the bar. Here's
scandalous.
Bruce. Remember Bruce liked books? So we're gonna gift him the abstract poem. That increased. So we were at half a bar with his familiar face. Now we are almost to thinking. I don't know what's past familiar face. So that's all that happened there. Nothing crazy.
Boyfriend?
Boyfriend, maybe. You know.
Did you talk to the bartender yet?
Yes. I can't give. Okay, so we're gonna
Who's
go.
that girl?
Zeitgeist Records. So now we're at the record store. So we're gonna go see what she's got going on. So her name is Rose. Chit chat. Rose pulls out a fashion magazine and points to outfits they think Cassidy could pull off. Her name's Cassidy. I remember that now. It's just revealed fashion. So Rose, whimsical sonnet, probably not.
Oh, sweatbands though, with geometric patterns.
You're right. She does not want that. Wait, can I?
I mean, I think that's kind of cool.
You got it.
Yep.
That was right. It's a guessing companion. We just increased. I never actually sat down to listen to any ska before. So now they're having a conversation. I didn't really listen to the radio when I was a kid. My mom has a record collection, but it's mainly jazz and classical stuff. She likes crooners. Oh my God. Dad just likes to whistle. So what do you think? A lot of it sure is energetic. That ska tired me out to listen to. If anyone knows what ska is, it's like up tempo.
Yeah.
A little bit of Oh, that's Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah.
Wow, you're singing my music right there. That is an impressively unhelpful. So yeah, you're building relationships. So the fact that I've increased our relationship with her now will give me certain benefits for when I go to sleep and I fight in my dream world. Because in a dream world, essentially you can be whatever you want. You can be a freaking dragon with wielding a sword, playing a banjo with your other leg. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, even just her sharing, it sounds like she's going through it.
They made this game because they talked a little bit about in their discussions because developers like to talk about why they made games, and they made this to try to encourage people to build relationships and have friends and think about what people like and enjoy, and they trying to encourage that. What are people likes and dislikes?
One of them said they were in a band.
Yeah. Were you a big shot guitarist? I could see you on the cover of one of those. That's right. They got some, what is that movie with the no faces going on? They didn't draw the faces, but everything else looks great. But yeah, it's just a great game. I really can't recommend it enough. It's fun. For sure.
Like I said, when I played the prologue, because I went through the prologue when it first hit Steam a while back.
I bought it when they're on their first initial release, when they had their first official launch.
Yeah.
But they just had the relaunch on Game Pass with their 1.1 update. So it's like their relaunch because there's even more content now. I played it. I logged a couple hours on it, and then it came out on Game Pass. I saw it was coming out on Game Pass, and then so I re-downloaded it a couple of days ago and was been messing around with it. And I never really understood, I think, why I stopped. I think just other games or I'm moving or something. But it's a good game. Can't recommend it enough. As I was sitting here literally just talking to you about it with you guys, I started remembering everything, as y'all can kind of tell.
Yeah, it looks like a really good game.
Yeah, really, really well thought out, unique. The roguelike element of it is not anything new, but the way they approached the genre is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like it.
I'm going to speed that up. That was pretty much done. So now we unlocked items. Rose's Wit. Next unlock, Rose's Wit 4. So as I increase relationship, find out more stuff she likes, and
yeah, that was kind of an awkward conversation too. So it's cool that they have that. Like, hey, sometimes conversations can just be awkward, but
they want people to understand dislikes and likes. So some people don't like everything, so they try to show that in the game. Like, people are not going to like everything you like. So that's why they have like people's, what they enjoy.
Yeah.
Try to get you to understand that everybody's unique. Is how they try to get to approach this game. So, but yeah, I very much enjoy it.
Huh.
My curiosity is how much were the developers at all influenced by the whole Persona series? Because that's where a lot of this happens in terms of the conversation and getting things from different conversations.
So now this was Tamal, and I showed you guys before I went in the dream. I had Tamal as my influence because he gave fire damage bonus. So I built more of a relationship with him. So my fire damage bonus will get better. She's from Backhill. I did not know that. So we also learned stuff about Cassidy as this is going on. So the whole game centered around Cassidy. I didn't even remember her name earlier when we started talking about it. Kara, that could be you. Brunette hair, right?
Yep, see?
Then it's a village. Provincial. What does that mean? What does provincial mean?
I'm Googling it.
I have
guess
no clue.
If it's talking about if it's depending on where she is, like if it's you have the different provinces and it might be that talking about the area that it's dealing with.
Of or concerning a province of a country or empire.
So it's essentially a county, a fancy word for a county.
Yeah.
Or like parishes down in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that no one has faces.
I just don't think they didn't mess with that stuff, so it wasn't about what they looked like. It was more of an emphasis focus on their conversations.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Because it doesn't.
Yeah.
Because now it doesn't really matter what they look like. No one's like you talk about it. No one's sexualized. It has no emphasis on that crap. Cassidy's wearing completely,
But it also.
Well, no, I don't think of it like sexualization or anything. I guess thinking about it now, I guess removing the face. Removing the face is a very distinct. It's very distinct. Like that's very purposeful. So like it can mean a couple of meanings. Like if you remove the face, that way you can identify no matter who you are, what you look like. So I get that aspect. And also sometimes when people dream, you don't, even though that's the real world, when people dream, you don't always like have like concrete thoughts of faces. I don't know. I mean, there's a few ways you can go about it, but I still just find it interesting that they chose that route of faceless people.
So I gave a to-do list, spend more time with Carl, connect with my younger self.
Also, is it
get
quite
more
possible,
things that bring me joy?
Is it quite possible what you're talking about, Kara, dealing with dreams, how, you don't see the faces in dreams, how later, as we're learning more about the individual, because the individual seems to be caught in a quote-unquote dreamscape, the further you get in the game, is it possible that the faces are revealed?
Maybe. But also, I wonder if that's just to signify trauma.
That too, yeah.
I know, it's a very, very, very cool game. And
because sometimes when you have like I'm thinking of when you have like severe psychological disorders, and you have like art therapy and stuff, you have people who like draw like no faces, so like to me I find it interesting, but I'm also like, is this a game about digging into her actual severe traumas, and then what are those actual traumas?
That's what we gotta figure out. Like I barely scratched the surface in the game. I have over 5 hours in it. Oh, Death's Door, that's a good one too.
Wow. That is a really interesting game. Thank you so much for wow.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for telling us about that game. That game was quite fascinating. I was impressed, and it does have you explore different things. Because I was even thinking about a dream that I had recently, which actually involves something that I
Yeah,
don't do whatsoever.
what would you do if you could actively control them to that aspect?
Well, that's something that I even think about to this degree and everything. Well, actually, two things cross my mind. One, sometimes in the dream state, you think about things that you can't necessarily do in the real state. Like I was actually, as I've stated several times, I've only had a car once in my life, and that was actually kind of like cheating to have that. So I'm not really a driver whatsoever. But in this dream I had, I was driving and was actually involving my dad, who was definitely a very avid driver, but it's not something that I've ever really been active in. So that was out of nowhere in my own dream state and came out of nowhere. So, but then sometimes I do think, even in my own dreams, about how you sometimes want to, which is actually what that course of that game was. So you want to change the course of the dreams. And sometimes I do try to, like if your dream is feeling like it's going in a bad direction, maybe wake up and change the course of that dream or do it in other ways. And I think other people do that also. Some people, they delve
Lucid
into it.
dreaming.
Huh? What'd you say?
Lucid dreaming.
Yep. Exactly.
In her world, she was able to slow down time. That's her lucid dreaming.
Exactly. I've done that a couple of times where I've had some dreams and I've gone like, wait a minute, I don't like where this dream is going. Let's change the channel.
Yeah. Wow.
Literally. I do have to that I'm getting summoned. That's what was going on. Also, my computer was acting up. So time for me to go do some lip syncing and all of that. Just in case you were wondering. Yep. So that's all, but fascinated by all these games y'all picked and everything. But just in case you were wondering, and I'll just mention it and we can get to it on the next time that I appear. The historical moment for this particular week was going to be presidents in games. So there are presidents that are featured in the video games, and I found that there are 7 of them that have been featured in video games. Can you guess who those 7 are really quickly, Jacoby, before I leave?
I cannot.
All right. Well, some of them will be obvious. Definitely, Trump has been in some games and all of that. So, Mr. Trump has been featured in a couple of games, of course. And then, of course, we've got characters like Ronald Reagan was featured in a game, and all of
I feel like Nixon would be
Ronald Reagan
too.
was featured in a game called Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. So Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninjas, and that's when
Conan
the president
O'Brien was in
is
a game.
kidnapped. You need a couple of folks to rescue him and all of that. So that was one that Reagan was featured in. John F. Kennedy was featured in a video game, Call of Duty Black Ops. So John Kennedy was featured in
that's
that
right.
one. Richard Nixon was also featured in that game. Bill Clinton
not
was
surprised.
featured in NBA Jam and Ready to Rumble Round 2. And then George Washington was featured in a game, Assassin's Creed 3, The Tyranny of King Washington.
Yeah.
And Abraham Lincoln was featured in one called Lego Movie Video Games, Fight Club, and Code Name Steam. And I was actually wrong. Trump hasn't been featured in a game as of yet, but Barack Obama was featured in NBA Jam and Mercenaries 2. So those are the ones
wow.
that have video games featured so far among our presidents, and some of them caught me off guard. I was not expecting George Washington or Abraham Lincoln to be in a video game. I really wasn't expecting Richard Nixon to be in one either. But in doing some research, those are the ones that so far have been prominently featured in video games.
Interesting.
Hmm.
And
now we know. Thank you.
And Hitler was actually in a game in Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein. Wow.
Yeah.
He's not an American president. Well,
yeah.
Correction, Trump, but.
But that in Wolfenstein, that was the only game where I felt that I needed to destroy anybody in that game because of the way that it came at you and the story that it told. It's very involved. I'm huge into games that tell stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like this game here, God of War, especially this
great game.
Oh my goodness, the story that it tells. It's of course about Kratos and his son.
You mean boy?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Come here, boy.
And the worst part about it is you can hear your father calling you when he's telling you to do certain things. And so you're just walking around and you hear, yeah, this is what my dad would always say. This is stuff. So it's cool. It's cool.
Well, thanks, Mark. You left us, but thank you.
Oh, he's trying to hide.
Are you ready for personal power hour? Personal power bite?
Of course. Mark, you can't leave until you hear the personal power bite.
You can do what you want, Mark. You can do what you want.
That's right, Mark. Live your life, Mark.
You know, there's folks are like saying that they want me to lip sync to a bad song, so I guess I'll go listen to Personal Power Bite.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever works. Hit it, Jatobi. So, you know, wanting to find, I guess, the common ground of games in life. That's why we're here, right? Perfect game that you brought up and we watched a little bit, John, Dreamscape. That is perfect. And there's so many levels to that, so many psychological levels. And it is perfect because we're a month in, we're into the second month of a new year. And people are struggling. People are struggling mentally and emotionally. And, you know, I mentioned this on my podcast yesterday, but we're losing people left and right in terms of, you know, especially, unfortunately, suicide. And so I do want to just say, you know, those people who you think are fine, check up on them anyways. Check up on people who you love and know regardless, right? So PSA, throwing that out there, check on your friends. And, you know, but that game, I want to talk about that because that is a perfect example. And I love that they have that, you know, gamers, you know, you guys can get easily lost in your own worlds. And maybe it's hard for you to find a way out. How do I fit into the real world, right? We all have that sense of awkwardness. Where is my place? All of that. But, you know, you do have your personal power and whatever you're passionate about. If you're passionate about games, if you're passionate about talking to people, crafts, whatever, you know, do what you love, center yourself in that. And, you know, that game specifically, just that whole sense of connectivity with the spiritual world, the you know, dream worlds, real worlds, all of it. It's all connected. That game is a good example of using everything around you to strengthen yourself and others. So using your dreams to conquer your fears, paying attention to them, you know, and applying that into your real life. Pay attention to your thoughts and your feelings. Don't run away from your fears, conquer them. Engage in those awkward conversations and know you're going to be okay. Find your support system. Be support for those who help, you know, ground you, not take away your energy. And again, I'm still mesmerized by that game because, again, that is just perfect. Anyone lost out there, total gamer, that's like perfect of just owning your personal power. And that's what it's all about. It doesn't have to be super grand. It really is just tuning into yourself and every little part around you and realizing that we all are connected, all of us. And just, one little gesture of making a sweatband and giving it to someone or whatever, one little gesture of saying hello can literally mean life or death for somebody or even yourself. So as we're still in the pandemic, as we're in winter and times are just emotionally tough right now, know that you are connected and people are connected to you back, and we're all in this world together. So that's my thoughts on that, and I hope that makes sense.
Well said.
It definitely made sense.
Made sense, and I'm so glad I stuck around for that, Kara, because that was definitely some very powerful thoughts. But you've been having those even when you've been doing the Deep in Roots podcast and all that other stuff that you've been doing, including the whole perspective show that you do with Brother Tim and all of that. You are definitely one of the true folks that I admire and definitely have a great deal of respect for and all of that. Matter of fact, I've got to send you over the gentleman that I had on the show that I did recently, who is a transplant survivor. I think y'all will have a fantastic conversation as well. But he is truly an amazing individual and has his own podcast that he does daily around people that are transplant survivors. And I think that they do it pretty much like 2 or 3 times a week and all of that. But they are all transplant folks and doing some amazing work in that space as well. And on that note, I really am out of here. But I
did. Bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
See you, Mark.
I love how every time I do this personal power bite, everyone gets so quiet and their faces just drop. It's like y'all are thinking.
It's because it's an important piece, and we're trying to think because it is a power bite. I mean, it really makes you think about it.
You're not going to talk a whole lot during a moment when you're trying to reflect, on things.
No, I guess for me, I'm just like.
I'm not going to be my normal goofy self. I'm going to try to be a little reserved while you're doing it.
I appreciate you guys. At the same time, I'm like, is anyone like about to emotionally go off the edge? It's hard No, and I am very cognizant of that, because I live in a deep world. That is my superpower. And I also respect the fact that sometimes that can be overwhelming, But no, I don't know, just, I definitely want to steal somebody's Xbox or computer. Maybe not steal.
Well,
permanently
actually,
borrow.
Dreamscaper is on the Switch.
On Switch too?
Yeah.
Or Switch?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh,
the reason I brought that
Nintendo
up
Switch.
is because you don't even need a TV.
Yep.
If you ever wanted to just splurge one time, like, you know what, I'm going to get myself a little something. Go get yourself a little Switch. And then, boom, you can sit there in your bed and play it.
And you can actually find a Switch more so than you can find an Xbox.
Or get a big fancy computer. You can go get a Switch right now.
Yes.
I mean, I definitely need an upgrade because my computer is threatening to die every 2 seconds.
You will not need a god computer to play it. It is not heavily intensive on that. So if you just got yourself a little decent upgrade, you'd probably be able to play it just fine.
Oh, God. Yeah. I need something where I could live stream and not dip out on people on accident.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like I'm talking, but my face is like,
absolutely.
for 2 minutes.
He spent about $500 to get a nice computer to do all that.
Yep. For what she wants
Don't
to
get
do.
a laptop though. A laptop, you're gonna have to spend a lot more because the laptop will overheat if you get a cheap one.
Yeah. Get yourself a setup, and when you get yourself a desktop, you get a little corner, like you got. So you got your zone.
That's the plan.
Yeah, get your zone. Put all your little stuff up here. Inspirational quotes in the background. Pictures of cats.
Little Henry, my little noodle, he's sleeping right now. And Rita's sleeping on my backpack. I know.
Oh man, I almost want to grab that game. It's on sale right now.
Which one? God of War?
Well, no, it's not on sale. That's full price. I'm gonna wait till it'll go on sale at some point. I've never played through it, but I've watched it like several times. But I want to do my own playthrough. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is on sale for $15 right now.
Yeah, God of War. I've got this on the play. I had bought this on the PlayStation when it came out, and I just never fully finished playing the whole thing. I love this game. Same thing with The Last of Us. The Last of Us,
it's a great game.
Oh my gosh! Again, it's all about the stories. And Kara, the whole deep thought is for John and I, it's huge because as you can see, John thinks deeply about the game. So anytime you are bringing these power bites, it hits us heavily because these are the types of things that we think about in the first place. But we can't verbalize it as well as you can.
What I love about John is that I'm learning that he is like that. Like you, John, are so knowledgeable about games and the way you describe them. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then your like initial persona is like Tommy Boy.
You mean like a jock? Jockish? Yeah. I come
And
off
you're like,
asshole.
you're like,
even Hannah said
big guy in a little coat, lighting things on fire.
No, I am very much an empath at heart. I think I teach my kids to try to understand why people do things rather than just getting mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I don't know the way I was raised. I was just my dad. He was about as soft as a cactus. So I try to be a little bit better, but I still rough around the edges. But I don't bend. Yeah. I definitely stand by what I say.
Yeah.
So I can definitely be rough, though. I know that for sure. But, even my kids are, and Dad, why are you so grumpy? Well, it's 6 a.m. I ain't exactly happy. Are you happy?
Oh my gosh, I have this friend. He's so sweet. When he first wakes, he needs about 5 minutes to be like, oh, I'm sleepy. But then after that, he's like a little springbok. Hi, how's it going? What's up? Hi.
My coffee and me on music. Can't shut up.
Yeah. So I don't hang out with people often. I
all my friends are online.
Yeah, but because COVID still, but we hung out for coffee today and I saw him and he's like, good morning. I'm like, you're so cheery today. No, but thank you. Yeah, no, it's learning you guys as well. And Jatobi, you definitely think deeply. Yeah.
He's a deep thought right now.
This game is just so great. It's just great.
It is kind of interesting.
But
you have to think. Thinking mythology tied up with, or Greek mythology tied up with thinking about how during that time period, how individuals lived off in the country. For example, Kratos and his son just had to burn his mother who passed away. So that's what they placed on there.
This is like Vikings, right?
Greek mythology.
Yeah, essentially same Vikings.
Yeah, so roughly about the same.
Odin, Thor, all that stuff.
Depends on you.
But it's really, really cool.
Huh.
But it's 10:55, and to get off the deep thinking because we need a laugh since we've been kind of Heavy thinking?
What in the hell?
Bruh. So just for a quick laugh, this is what I found. I had saved it on freaking Facebook, and I came across this.
What?
Virtual reality.
Oh, what? Oh my! Whoa, he's going to town on that.
And you see on the screen, they're even showing what he's doing on the screen.
And he's
I
naked
turned
on
on
the screen.
the sound because we already know what.
No, we don't. Yeah, that is so weird.
Dang, Midoriya's getting it.
So I decided, I was like curious. I'm like, okay, why at a comic book convention or whatever convention he's doing this live in front of everybody? Why?
You know, these freakazoids are probably completing the act too in public. That is so weird and creepy.
This is the VR company that does that. Because behind that gentleman, this VR company was there. And this is what they do. You have your general site, so you can get some regular VR games. I mean, if you want them, you can play some regular VR games. However, you can go to the 18-year-old site.
Oh, yeah. Let's be real.
Yeah, and this is what the stuff that he was looking at.
Oh, wow.
He's having a good time. Living his best life.
Divine fuck VR.
I don't understand. You know, it just...
Yeah,
unless your imagination.
Show are we doing, guys?
I'm just pointing out, this is the what the heck that I just come across when I saw on Facebook. And that was it. Yeah.
What do
about
you
VR,
search for on Facebook that
The
gives
first
you that?
MMO VR just released.
It just
recently.
popped up. So it's like one of those funny memes or funny things. Because what did it pop up under?
I'm kind of terrified to find out.
Well, luckily,
Yeah.
we
I love
we
that
get to
song,
laugh
what they
from a
do.
distance, Kara. We laugh from a
Yeah.
distance.
The future of metaverse is what it popped up under.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And that's the company, Imagine VR. That's right there. Hey, there's Tim.
Hey.
Oh.
Hello.
You don't know what you walked into, but if you want to walk right back out, like just to like preserve your pureness in this world.
Fairness. Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
not sure
that's
what fairness you're talking about, but what is going on here?
I had cut on my Facebook page, there was one.
He was looking at porn on his Facebook page. And he's not telling us.
Live porn. Shout out to live porn.
Cat Williams nude. That's what we want to see.
Oh my god.
Find it. But yeah, it said the future of the metaverse, and it popped up.
It's my dick, baby.
But yeah, Tim, I don't know if you want to see this. Yeah. It popped up, and I'm like, okay. That's my little what the heck moment. I don't know why. Why people do these things.
Oh, can you show Tam the video? He hasn't seen the video yet. The what the heck video.
Here you go, Tim. I'll even add the sound for you.
Oh, you're so generous.
No, what the heck video? Not that.
Oh, not that. Okay.
No. But the intro
Okay,
video. No,
Here you
the
go,
intro video.
Here you go, Tim.
What in the hell?
Bruh.
Oh my god. That is amazing.
Yeah. And that's all Tam needs
Living
to
his
see.
best life.
I love it.
I can't unsee or think that.
Yeah, that was like I said, that's what I found.
I'm gonna have to give you a better picture for my intro thing.
Yeah, send it. By the way, this is a great thing. These cheeseburger sliders. Oh my dear God, they're the greatest thing in the world.
Obviously, I'm hungry. I was just about to say we're about 2 hours now. I'm hungry.
We go from
hungry too.
that batshit mess to this.
I mean, I can show Tim that stuff. I mean, that craziness.
No, why not? Am I going to be scarred?
You were scarred over clitoris latte art.
So, I mean,
you're assuming, Carol Hooker.
Okay, Tim, this is at your own risk. You asked for it.
I didn't ask for it, but okay.
You
did.
I'm not gonna play it now. I'm not gonna play it now. Okay, I won't play it.
Otherwise,
Now
Carrie,
I'm
you
gonna
got
have
your first sub
FOMO.
on
Now
YouTube.
what am I missing?
Oh, see now. Okay, I'll play it then.
Rip off the Band-Aid.
Because I want to see Kara's reaction to me watching this.
That's right.
It's virtual reality, and he's.
I can only
Yeah,
go
it's
right.
neat.
Yes.
Why? Why do people do
It
the
just
things that they do?
contributes to the objectification of women.
The real question is, did he finish?
Oh no, I don't want to know that question.
But yes, that.
Thank you for sharing.
I don't understand the things people do. I don't get it.
I just laugh.
Because they just don't think that it's like decent to they're desensitized to it, you know?
I mean, I guess it just. Why in the world would you do that at like a comic book convention in front of everybody?
Was it a comic book convention?
Yeah.
In front of public people?
Yep.
People want to live their life.
I don't get it.
I don't know.
But on that note, you guys are awesome. I'm hungry because he just showed cheeseburger sliders.
Here's some cheesy scallop potatoes. That was a good one too.
Ooh. Oh. Now I'm really hungry. And I want wine.
Yeah. Send that to me.
Yes.
Recipe.
I get some first from upstairs.
What's the website called?
I can send it to you right now.
No, what's the website
The
called?
VR website? That's what she wants to know.
No, really?
You're going to give her the link
I am
immediately
Baker.
to Toby.
Give her the link for the VR website. Oh, speaking of next week, Kara, I'm going to make sure, because I started recording some of it, but it didn't record the audio. But I'm going to record Goliath for you. Goliath was the VR, I guess, experience that we talked about before.
Yeah.
They actually used the game. If I remember, that's one of the games that they used for people dealing with schizophrenia and other mental disorder or some other mental disorders.
Is this where you save it, Jatovi? Wait. That also has good implications.
Yes.
Not just horniness.
But it's actually really.
I don't know. That's a full-on discussion that we have talked
right.
about before, but we can talk about it on another show for sure. Because that's.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, because like I said, I want to make sure I record
John's
that for you.
Hungry.
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger sliders. We started off the show with Mark eating. Like, I was counting his bites. Just kidding.
Ooh, this is a good website. There are birthday cookies, and you chill them.
Ooh, cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have monster cookies?
I don't know.
Look at
But
that.
you have a good dinner, John.
A dinner? Oh, no, this is 10 o'clock. This is like late night
Snacks.
snack, something. I'm hungry.
Oh. Well, you have a good night, John.
Yeah, you guys too? A little 2 hours here in 4 minutes.
There you go, John. Skillet pizza dip.
Oh man, I love pasta. I don't know why. I just thought chicken Alfredo when I saw that.
I might have to make this.
Oh.
That looks like heart clobbing goodness right there. You guys rule. I'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
I dropped you a sub, Kara, on your YouTube.
What? You did?
I dropped you a sub.
Love you. Thank you.
That's right. And I liked.
Wow.
And I liked the video with Tim.
Wow.
Peace,
Thank
love,
you.
chicken grease.
Now it's just us three.
Yes. It is. What happens at the 11:06 p.m. Eastern Time segment of the show?
I'm usually like, bye, bitches. The show's over at 11.
Yeah, very much. I mean, and I'm shocked that Kara's still wide awake right now, though.
Yeah.
Accidentally took a nap earlier today, so I'm up. I made coffee earlier on air.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tim, how have you been? Because we hadn't talked in a while.
Yeah. I'm good. It's been an eventful day. It's been a long but good good day. Yeah.
Lots of
Very
love
good.
to you.
No. Yeah, I shared with our children that I had cancer today. I had never had that conversation with them before. And so I did that over dinner. And
Perfect time.
What's that?
Perfect time.
Yeah, over dinner. I mean, fine. I mean, I wasn't eating then actually, but everybody else was. So I figure I'll talk and they can eat, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fine. I mean, like Megan just kind of like looked at me like, and then she was just like back to her normal self. And Caitlin had no idea what was going on. And yeah, it was just good because I've been grappling back and forth, like when I did have cancer and now that I'm cancer free, like what to do about that. Like, should I tell them and then Kara and I had a conversation with an upcoming show guest today, and she just inspired me to do it. And just however she worded it, I was like, it's happening today.
Yeah, you texted me. You're like, I am telling the kids before our next meeting. I'm like,
it's happening.
We went from never telling them and going to your grave with it.
Yeah.
To I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
My curiosity is, how does it make you feel, not the telling, but having them know?
I mean, I'm still kind of grappling with the fact that I actually told them. That's still sinking in for me. So, I mean, like I'm fine now. Like I'm healthy. I don't have cancer. But like I always still have in my head, like, what if it comes back, you know?
Yeah.
And like, so I've just had a lot of thoughts in my head lately. And this is one of them, that question that it's come up a lot during the Showing Up show, during our conversations. And it really hasn't sunk in that I did it yet, but like, I'm glad I did it. I don't know how much Megan, I know Caitlin doesn't really understand anything what I said probably, but Megan, I know she asked Joy one question already after our conversation. But I don't know. It just, it feels, I don't even know what the word is yet. I'll let you know tomorrow.
Okay.
I just like it's I don't know. Like it's such a hard decision. Like such questions come up like when you have cancer or you don't have cancer, like decisions like do you tell your kids? Do you not tell your kids? When do you tell your kids? You know, the stuff and like lots of other questions.
Yeah.
I mean, did either of them tell you like whether they suspected something was going on?
No, like neither of them had any like they barely said anything, really. You know, they didn't ask any questions. Megan just kind of looked at me like because I take oral chemo medication every day. And I always call them vitamins. I've always called them vitamins, you know. And so I kind of brought that in, like kind of started the conversation that way. I was kind of like, you guys know how I take this vitamin every morning? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, well, it's actually this for cancer. And I, you know, went on from there. And it was just, yeah, like Megan was, you could tell she was curious, like, like she didn't say too much. And Caitlin just said lots of body parts names together, which is normal for her, you know, just being silly.
So she deflects like daddy.
Thank you for that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that was the biggest thing of the day. And we also had a meeting. Kara was in and a bunch of other people planning a fundraiser for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, a 24-hour virtual event coming up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. In March 8th to 9th. What about you, Toby?
That's a month before the event that I'm planning. I got the big Gamers vs. Cancer event that I'm putting together with the American Cancer Society.
Really?
Yeah. It's a giant fundraiser, of course, you know, to fight against cancer. But yeah, that's happening April 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. I can do anything to support you in that. Let me know, Toby.
Yeah.
I mean, right now it's just a matter of just trying to get people to not only either purchase tickets or donate. Because I had to create the whole. So far, I've created. Ooh, I can show you.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Oh, actually, I can pull it up right here. So I had a friend, a good friend. She put together the website. So this is the website right here. All these, well, the majority of these pictures are all from prior events that I put on for, you know, gaming and stuff. But I just had a buddy of mine, real close friend, love him to death. He's a great comedian. I actually performed with him years back a lot, but he's since then gone on traveling across the country, doing different events here, different events there. Good guy named Big A. So he's going to be doing a comedy set that Friday night.
Oh, wow.
So Andy's my man, Andy Forrester.
Is this an in-person thing or a virtual thing?
In person.
Very cool.
So it's
excuse me.
I mean, we only have a few sponsors. I got to find sponsors and everything else for it.
Yeah.
And these are just all past pictures and stuff.
Oh, Toby's little face.
That's why I try and rush past that one.
Sweet,
but yeah,
little
that's the
face.
big event that I'm doing right now. I've got Lenovo on board. They help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Lenovo's helping out.
Wow.
A few different places are helping out. Local networking companies helping out. I'm trying to get a local TV station on board, but right now it's just, again, finding sponsors and getting people there to jump in on tickets, because you can either purchase a ticket, either a 3-day, Saturday or Sunday pass, or you can donate directly to the place. That's it. But that's my big function that I've been pushing out as hard as I can right now.
That's awesome. What inspired you to do this, Jacoby?
In terms of working with the American Cancer Society?
Yeah.
So the impetus for putting all the gaming events together is to help, because when I first got putting all this stuff together, not dealing with just this one, but the impetus behind the whole Bull City Gaming is it started when, the Durham Bull Stadium got redeveloped in the middle of downtown Durham, and they were looking for extra communities to tap into. I decided, hey, look, there's the gaming community we can try, and we can utilize the things that we have here, tap into that community, and have them come out and enjoy games too. Then I also wanted to reach into because there's that battle around gentrification in Durham, and it happens in every city. And I will always say, the best way to stop gentrification is through education, because if you understand your wealth, somebody cannot come in and take your house for $10,000 and resell it for $1 million if you already know that house is worth $1 million. So you're not going to be kicked out. There's no gentrification process happening, because not only your worth, you've increased your worth via education, and you've increased your area around you through that same process. So it blocks that gentrification. I mean, you can make connections with lawyers and understand the litigation process through education. It's not just a guessing game. So yeah, I've always felt through education, you can stop gentrification.
Yeah.
And so utilizing the whole gaming aspect, because there are a lot of individuals who are extremely talented, but don't get the opportunity and don't get a chance to show that, hey, I can do something that maybe you can't. I can, if you can name every single artist out there, and that's what they have.
Mm-hmm.
From Bansky to Picasso. I mean, they were super talented. A lot of times they didn't get the opportunity until that somebody said, hey, look, I like what you do. So I figured that, okay, these individuals in a lot of these communities are extremely talented, but they just don't have the chance. They don't have the opportunity. And so giving them the opportunity to show off what they can do, hey, that increases again their value. That helps them educate themselves and helps them build the community and trust. Okay, well, I am worth $50,000 because I stream every day and understand how to stream. I don't want my neighbor being a crackhead, or I don't want my neighbor being poor, or I don't want my neighbor tearing down my walls. I want to help the people around me, give them the same opportunity that I have. So now I've built a community out. It goes from in out, not out in, because out in is gentrification. You teach them, and then it spreads. That's how you build a community and get that education in that community. So yeah, that was my whole impetus behind doing the whole gamers, the Bull City Gaming, and it kept growing. And luckily, I kept that same mindset. And I've got to talk to so American Cancer Society is one company that I'm dealing with dealing around cancer, because of course, I mean, my father got diagnosed with cancer. So, and plus there are other individuals that are in my family that got diagnosed with it and passed away with it. So, hey, it's just a natural fit. I can also still do the STEAM programs and help out the community, and also help out the community in a different way via cancer. So luckily that company came across, and I was like, hey, I'll definitely help out. And the same thing with the Versus Camp. Versus Cancer is another company that, of course, deals with cancer. They have I think it's the Children's Pulmonary. And I forget their whole what is it? The child pulmonary. Let me see if I can pull it up, because they are a different company than the American Cancer Society, and that's another company that I'm trying to work with to not only help those dealing with cancer, but continue the fight on helping out the community.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just my whole. I am not a person. I mean, as much as I am in front of people, my whole goal is still to be behind people and push them forward. If I can give somebody an opportunity, then I'm going to give them that opportunity. Even if it loses me a chance, I will give somebody else an opportunity.
Spoken like a true middle child.
Yeah, I just like seeing people. It's my little thing. I like seeing people happy. And if I know I can, even if I have to suffer, if I can see somebody else happy, that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Toby. We haven't had a chance to talk much one-on-one, so I appreciate this conversation. And
hey, no problem. My life's an open book.
Yes. Yeah. And thanks for sharing about your dad. Your dad was diagnosed with cancer?
Yep. He got diagnosed a few years back, but he got diagnosed with prostate cancer. Of course, that's a slow moving cancer. But he's been through chemo and all the other stuff, and he's doing fine, I guess.
Okay.
And he's still crazy as ever, but that's my father.
You mean probably adorable, super adorable.
I don't know about that. He might
have sweet, awesome kids like yourself and Janora and a family.
I don't know. Janora crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about yourself right now, which is fine.
Like I say, I'm the third child. I'm the forgotten one. I let everybody else. The forgotten child.
Oh my gosh. So, Tom.
Hi.
We opt in, end the show, and then we can keep talking too. So that's an option. We're past our prime. It's 11:23.
It is. Yeah. That's fine. Whatever you guys want to do. It's your
So yeah, sometimes, and then Mark will pop back on.
Yeah.
Randomly and be like, I'm just here to see if anyone's here. And like Jatovi's playing video games alone on StreamYard for hours. I'm like,
yeah, it's see, we got 13 minutes before the next phase of the game goes off. See, look at it, 13 minutes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. No, this has been a good.
Oh, it didn't go to it. Oh, there it is. See?
There you
There you go.
Yes.
No, this has been a good episode.
Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun. And like I said, from the matter of fact, all four games that I think everybody would play. I mean, all three games. No, four, yeah.
You're not mentioning the VR one, right?
No, not the VR one. No, because 2 Point Hospital's fun. I'd recommend anybody to play 2 Point Hospital because that's just a fun, relaxing, silly game. Detroit is a very serious game, and the second scenario is the one that, and this is why I say I enjoyed the story. I will bawl in a heartbeat. You tell me a good story that's going to have, like, I told you, I can't watch the movie Awakenings. That one hurts. What Dreams May Come? Ooh, that one hurts.
Oh my gosh, so rough.
even in the game Detroit, the second scene that comes up, I mean, I would pull it up, but no. But the second scene that comes up is there's so many deep meanings in the game. How you asked what's wrong with androids. Think about it. We're in Black History Month right now, and imagine if that android were a black individual walking into that place. A black cop working in, or a black investigator walking into a room. Think about the old days. Why is that here?
I picked that up immediately.
Exactly. And that's the way the game actually tells that story, partly because the next scene you see where an individual walks into a store to purchase an android, and you are right then put into a position where you're already uncomfortable because you think in your mind, especially coming off that one little tidbit that you said that you picked up on. Now you're an android being sold.
Yeah.
And then you get purchased. And then you are an indentured servant as that android. But while you're that android, the emotional part comes into play when you meet the daughter and you're purchased by an alcoholic father who just lost his wife and looks like he's about to start beating his child. You could tell there's some physical abuse and mental abuse this child is going through, and you can feel it from the game because of the way the story is told. She's hiding under a table when her father gets home, and then her father says, "Oh, it is so in depth," and you get emotional when you're sitting there and you're like, "Okay, this isn't what I signed up for," but then you're just so hooked and you want to save this child. So it's really good. It's a really,
video gamers out there for sure. Like, it's important to pick up the parallels of that because, and this is why telling the whole story of Black history, that it's before slavery, and its current Black history is like the span of time. So, when you said this person walks into a store to purchase that android had a life, right? Before, because it's like a robot, had a life before then. And that's, I mean, during slavery, these, you were in your village living your life, and then you're dragged out by these people, these, pirates, and you're taken all the way to a different land, and you have, like so many layers, right? And it's hard to understand unless you actually look at it that way. And that's why it's so important to have, of course, Black History Month should be every month, every single day. But the utmost, heartbreaking, just tragedy of it all, and celebration of life of it all, and Black culture, going back to roots wherever they are, it's so important to celebrate all of it. So games like that, for me, I'm kind of like, do they tie in some racial things so that people get it? Because that's important. And that's why Black History Month so important. It's like the joke of, well, why did they pick February? Like, it's the shortest month of the year, but the original roots of it, the founder of it fought to get a week. Let's just start with a week of celebrating. And he chose the week in February of Abe Lincoln and Frederick Douglass Frederick Douglass, he didn't know when his actual birthday was. He was born into slavery. Like, he didn't know. So he chose February 14th to be his birthday. Like, he decided that for himself, you know? So learning all of that, and then, I don't know. It just, that's why it's so important. So I love that there are games like that. But that's so interesting. When you first started it, like, I got it right away because I'm like, whoa, was that really a parallel? Is that really a parallel? But it's just like getting myself acclimated to the game, because of course, like, it hits you quick, and I'm not a gamer, so I'm just like, wait, hold on, I'm a little slow. Like, I'm trying to, so much information, right? Like, slow in processing. So, but yeah, it's just it's so cool that there are games that have the parallels of that, so that people understand that they get uncomfortable. Because if you get comfortable with that stuff, then that's a whole other topic.
Yep. And that's, I mean, that's the beauty of games and comics, especially, because that was one of the biggest reasons why, like Marvel with the X-Men. I mean, that's the whole background of the X-Men. I mean, the whole point is to understand that people are different and celebrate those differences. Understand that cultures, people come from different cultures. Doesn't matter if this person has 5-6 fingers or this person has no legs. You're supposed to respect and understand and celebrate these differences, because everybody has something to offer and bring to the table. And that's how you move a society down the road. But I mean, and gamer. But the sad part is our society overlays a lot of what goes on in the game. So a lot of people don't see things or don't want to see things.
Yeah. That's why, like, it would be so cool if the connection to that was so much more clear.
Well,
because if you are just someone who just, are in your own bubble, you don't think about that.
So the crazy part is a lot of these ideals in movies wouldn't talk about Westworld, for instance. Westworld is one of my favorite shows. Season 3 sucks, but the first 2 seasons were phenomenal. And the point of it, they were searching for freedom. They were searching for a consciousness. And if you think about how they, in those movies and in those shows, of how they fought just for that consciousness, which was their freedom, the parallels behind that, even though it's set in a futuristic world, the parallels behind that are the same reasons why, a Harriet Tubman was. I mean, these individuals who were in the field and some in the house fought for their freedom because they were indentured servants. They did not want to be, and they felt this was not their life, and they wanted something better. And so these parallels with a lot of these android things and alien shows and so on and so forth, that's something that people don't really tie together. But that's where a lot of that really, it parallels with the whole battle and the fight that was always there. That's why in that game, Detroit, for example, you can see the parallels plain as day. Like when you walked in and the guy said, "What is that android doing here?" The same thing further in the game. Like I said, when you're bought and sold, there's another area where you're an individual from the house, not the field, but the house. There's a character in the game that is like that, but he makes a decision because he felt threatened at one point, and you have to make the decision. Do you just accept this man threatening you, or do you stand up for yourself? And that's that switch. And then he has to begin to fight for his freedom. So it's wild, playing Detroit as you progress into the game and you start seeing all these different things. Yeah, it's extremely deep. And that's why, again, I love the games that have a story to tell, because you can all playing a lot of the games that are really just straightforward. Hey, this is just one or two shooters and doesn't really have a point. And when I brought up Wolfenstein, for example, Wolfenstein, I may have to download that at one point. I think it is on the game.
Yeah, Nazis.
But the game Wolfenstein is, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we played it one time. Well, you did, and we all watched.
No, the game I played then was BioShock.
Oh.
BioShock had the same parallels, talking about slavery and so on and so forth, and this pure area.
What I found interesting about Detroit is that the androids presented as white. So they're trying to make it more comfortable, easier to digest.
Yep.
Which makes me a little ragey, but I get it. But
so
because they need to sell games, they need to sell it, but it's like it makes me a little ragey.
So they couldn't make all the androids black. I mean,
no, obviously not. But you know what I mean? Like, So
I think one of the cool things about doing it that way, because there was an old movie. I don't know if
what
you
I
remember,
meant, like diversity. What if it was diverse? That's what I was getting at.
Oh yeah, the androids are all diverse.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess because I saw two Caucasian presenting androids. I didn't realize that it was diverse. Now, if they made them all a specific race, then that would be cruel.
Yeah.
Like very cruel. But what I meant, like diversity. That's all I was thinking.
Yeah. So it is very diverse. So like
the
first character
that's
you
good.
play is that the white android or the white male. The second android that you play, I think, is the black male. And then the third one is a white female.
Okay.
But in that the further you get in the game, there are other androids that you discuss and talk with, and they're all of different races. So I like how they did that.
Okay.
But they're in
where can you find this game again?
That one is on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and on PC.
Okay. Can you download it through Steam?
No. Or not that I know of.
Okay.
Because I don't think they put it on Steam.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
They did? Okay.
Yep. It's only $19 right now.
Oh, wow.
But this is the trailer for let me read this. Because this is the only game, like I said, I'll have to download this because the trailer's not going to do it justice, I don't think.
What is this?
This is Wolfenstein.
Oh, okay. Wolfenstein.
Yeah. So this is and talking about a direct parallel. Basically, the story of Wolfenstein is that Germany won the war. And Hitler is actually one of the big bads.
Oh, yeah, you showed this one time.
But this game was the only game in terms of a first-person shooter that I was like, okay, I have to play this through. I have to take these people out.
Beat us to the bone. No one knows how. The world was forced into submission.
So all those scenes that you saw from...
They took our freedom.
It's like Castle in the Sky or whatever that show was.
Tore down what took centuries to build.
This also came out...
They terrorized the world with their
If I remember, in 2017, maybe 2016.
Enslaved millions.
and many of the Trump supporters were upset at this game.
Rebellions.
Because they felt
Resistance.
that it was attacking them.
Crushed beneath
That's
an
how
iron
much of a
boot.
parallel this game is.
They're stealing our future,
I mean, if the shoe fits.
flaunting their might. They think the war is over. But they're dead wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't really do it justice. It's not showing the cutscenes. I mean, it's a very violent game. Like that lady there, oh dear God.
There's this book that shows, it illustrates the whole brevity of it in a fictional setting, and it also touches on like Nigerian folklore as well.
Mm-hmm.
The whole notion of Yamaya. Yamaya is a deity, a sea ocean deity,
Mhm.
and she's actually a mermaid in Nigeria. So, she looks like, Nigerians as a mermaid, though. And so the book is called Shallow Waters by Anita Kopex. And it's cool because I'm like, mermaids, African mermaid, I'm all in. And but it shows like everything from like why it's so important to know this. And yeah, it is uncomfortable to think that this even happened, but even in the book, because it came out last year, I think, or maybe the year before, Charlemagne the God, I guess, helped in the like book review process or whatever. But yeah, interesting. She shouted out Charlemagne the God.
It's pretty fun.
Among other people. But yeah, it shows how like so many perspectives, and how if you ease into the discomfort, you can become the ally that you need to be, because
Mhm.
it's not about you, it's about connectivity, right? And oneness, and going with the flow of the energy, and how that is a very natural thing, and how colonization, of course, has suppressed it and called it bad. But yeah, wonderful book. I cried at the end. I'm just like, oh my God. Because it is kind of like a little mermaid-esque thing. She falls in love with this man as a child, as a mer child, and then she sees him again as a 17-year-old, and then he's taken on a slave ship along with everyone else, and then she follows him. So it's kind of like a very Sade-esque kind of thing too. Like no ordinary love. Yeah. And so she follows him and stuff happens. She turns into a human, and like, but she's not, it's like X-Man human. So she's just like spider webs. I don't know, but it's an amazing book, and it has all the perspectives. And so yeah, definitely read it. Shallow Waters, Anita Kopex.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Kopex. I'm really horrible with last names.
Okay.
Kopex.
By the way, I think it was this trailer which is the one that set everybody off.
Oh yeah.
Vision at a Dante's Inferno.
Monsters did this.
Not monsters. Men. America? I guess they don't have the fighting spirit no more. They just do whatever the fucking Fuhrer tells them to do.
set this right, Grace. Put the fighting spirit back in the American people. Ignite a revolution.
You want to strike fear in the Nazis? You want to cause some real motherfucking havoc? Well, then you come to the right woman. You still got some Nazi fighting killing skills up in you?
Yeah.
I got a plan that's going to send shockwaves throughout the nation.
Let's get this freak show on the road.
But yeah, it's a very violent game, but the cutscenes are just so in depth. Because yeah, people got upset thinking that they were relating, or
I got a nuke in this here fire extinguisher.
Yes, of course. That sounds so good.
they were saying that the Nazis
You should join us. We could always
Trump
use more good
supporters,
people.
and they're trying to advocate for violence against the Trump supporters. There's a whole slew of things complaining about this game.
I'm sorry. Did you need this boat?
Yes, motherfucker.
They brought this war to our shores!
People gotta know how to take
I love how they just have like,
brothers and sisters of
you
the
know,
United States of America tonight.
70s.
We, the free people of the resistance, ask you to become one
Angela
of
Davis
us.
as inspired.
Exactly. But it is the game. I mean, it came out, 2017.
So this is our world 10 on the Gamer's Done.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Love it.
Cool.
Well,
happy almost tomorrow, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy almost tomorrow. What are the big plans for tomorrow?
Work.
Oh. What are your big plans for tomorrow, Bestie?
When are you answer the question first.
No, I'm deflecting to you.
So sorry, Henry, I'm not deflecting at all.
Yes, you are.
Like, no, but there's no.
Yes.
So I looked over because Henry's cute little puppy head and his ears.
Yes.
He's looking at me. He had this puppy dream. It was fierce. Like I'm surprised.
Huh.
You would have heard it if Wolfenstein wasn't in the background, but he was just like, roar. He was fighting Rita, I think, in his dreams.
Oh.
So they should have a video game over like Henry's dreams and his connecting his real world. But he just, oh my gosh, I have to take a picture of his face. Oh my God. It's literally so precious. And I just think, oh my gosh, you little champ, you conquered your dreams. You're okay. You're safe. You're safe, baby. Okay. Anyway, so oh my gosh, I'm sending this to both of you. But
Yes.
So tomorrow work and then deep and root stuff and laundry. I keep putting laundry off.
Why do you keep putting laundry off?
Is
I
good.
don't know, because I just have other shit I want to do.
Oh well, yeah, that makes things different.
Okay, I just sent that cute little baby's face to you both.
Oh Lord.
I think.
And it was peeking over my monitor. So I saw this little bat face. Isn't he cute?
I don't know. Where did you send it to?
Your phone?
Oh, I'm
Both
in
of
the
you. I
basement.
texted it
I
to
have my
both.
phone in the basement.
Oh.
It might get here eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, or when I go upstairs.
Good to know.
Yes.
But yeah, what are you gonna do, Tom?
I have a meeting with a client tomorrow, the one that was recently acquired.
Yeah.
So that should be an interesting meeting. And then I have a Showing Up Joe pre-interview tomorrow afternoon.
Pre-interview?
Yeah, we pre-interview our guests for the Showing Up show.
Did I? Was that another notification and I missed it? What time
No,
tomorrow?
I think it's like 1 something. Are you working then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Because you had said go ahead and schedule it, and if I can't be there, that's fine or whatever. So
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't realize that was one that you scheduled.
yeah, it's at 1:30 tomorrow with our guest that's in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, good.
So those are the
Have a good one.
two. Thank you. Yes. Those are the two big things for tomorrow. What about you, Jacoby? What's on your big agenda for tomorrow?
Nothing much really. Just pushing out more information about the in-person event. Trying to. Oh, I was supposed to do the name tag. Yeah, because I had to create the name tag for the event just recently. This is what it turned out to be. Turned out actually okay, better than I expected.
Cool.
That's the
I
name
got
tag.
the Henry photo.
The name tag.
Oh, I sent it to your
turned out
LinkedIn.
there. That's
Yeah, that
what it is
works.
right there.
Thanks.
That's cute. That's a cute name tag.
Nice.
So just got to get a presenting sponsor for the event. Throw that on the front, and then I got to throw the other logos on the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
awesome.
That's my big thing.
Oh.
Then I got to download Control because I got to show you Control, Kara. You'd like that game.
Control. Dun, dun,
Actually-
dun, dun, dun. Control.
So basically, Control is about a woman who is trying to figure out what happened to her brother because her brother has gone crazy and
Stop talking about my life. Just kidding. I love my brother. He'll tell me things about like health and nutrition and how habits are important. I'm like, you don't say that eating habits are important.
August 4th, 1964.
This is pretty
Bureau
cool. 'Cause, yeah,
agents discover the oldest house investigating an altered world event case in the New York City subway tunnels. It's a place of power. From the outside, it looks like an ordinary building, a brutalist skyscraper. But inside, it breaks the laws of our reality, unstable, mad, shifting.
I don't know why it has the
There
guy
are rooms
talking
in the building where other dimensions leak
because
in.
you're playing
We call
the
these
sister
rooms
the whole time.
thresholds.
Maybe it's the crazy brother.
Possibly.
There is a connection between our minds and the unknown, often hostile forces intruding on our world. These forces gravitate toward everyday objects, a gun, a television, a house with a reputation of being haunted. So
What does it mean,
somehow,
haunted house type game?
these events, we're holding the key, but we don't have a clue on how to use it. We're dealing with dangerous, unknown forces here. What's the cause and what's the effect? Are we the starting point or just a necessary evil in this? We're on a mission to find answers to these questions. guy trying.
This is made by a company called Remedy.
This is Zachariah Trench, the director of the Federal Bureau of Control.
The company that made the company called Remedy, they make a lot of psychological thriller type games. This one is really well done, just like the other ones. My favorite of theirs right now, well, they had one called Max Payne. In Max Payne, you're a police officer. You're you're an investigator, if I remember, and you're in the drug side of the world. You actually have a drug problem, an alcoholic problem, but you're an investigator trying to figure out what's going on, and the world gets trippy because, of course, you have that problem, and you come across where you have needles that just so happen that you come across them, and you have to use a needle or have to drink. It's a wild game. It's one of the best. Max Payne is what it's called. And the reason you're dealing with all that stuff is because your family, or if I remember, your wife had been killed. But it's a good story. It's such a good story, the first one. Then my favorite one is Alan Wake. Alan Wake was phenomenal. You're an author and you're writing mystery novels, and you go on vacation, and your latest book has come to life. So you're in a giant murder mystery of your writing, and you have to find the pages, and there are these shadows coming at you, and you have to use a flashlight to push the shadows away. It is really, really cool. It's creepy as crap, but it's really, really cool.
Oh, wow. My goodness. Well, it is almost midnight, guys.
Yeah.
And how's Nivex doing?
Nivex is doing okay. He did pop on earlier in terms of jumping on Twitch.
Did he?
Yeah, he popped on Twitch and said a few things here and there. Because remember, I posted the one.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Kara's disinclined to acquiesce to that request.
Yeah. But Nivix, I think, is still doing okay. I sent him the link. I guess he was probably going to bed early tonight, so he didn't join us.
Sweetie P. Hey, yeah. Nivex, if you watch this on the replay ever, I'm still trying to figure out Discord. So sometimes I don't know where to find my messages again if I'm on a different something. And so I see them, but then I can't find them to respond. So I'm like an
up here
190-year-old trying to use.
If he's ever sending you a direct message, just click all the way at the top corner, and then it'll pop up in your direct messages area.
Okay. And then there's messages, posts, and the servers. And then I'm like, there's so much going on. So then I just get sensory overwhelm, and then I just literally walk away from my phone.
So on this, depending on what server you go to, like this is my main server. So I'll click on that easy. So if it's not highlighted, nobody said anything on those. I have bots that automatically post to these areas of Discord. So it's automatically posting, something that somebody wrote on, or somebody who's streaming. Like right now, it automatically posted that we're streaming here. Right here, if you're updating somebody's YouTube, here, if somebody, so you have different servers do different things in terms of updating bots. But yeah, Discord's confusing for a little bit, and then it just takes time to get used to it.
I'm noticing more and more and being aware that, like it is like sensory, kind of like like it is new. So I'm like, I don't know. And then like, so then instead of figuring it out, I literally just like put my phone down and walk away. And I realized like I used to do that as a kid. You know, I used to do things like that and I never really understood why. And then I suppressed it. But now I just do it more, which I don't know is a good or bad thing. Or part of me wonders, I've always done it, but then I just numbed my mind and dissociated. So I didn't realize. But like, I've always had this sense of like sensory overload. But now I'm just more honest about it. I'm like, okay, bye. You know, like I was around someone the other day and I freaked out. I'm like, but I very calmly was like, like, something about like, oh my God, I just said, hi, I need space. And then I walked away. And then once I was able to talk more about it, I was like, hi, I just want to let you know I have sensory issues. If I feel overwhelmed, it could be if someone's like talking, like literally behind my back, like not figuratively, but actually talking. And like, I get overwhelmed. I'm like, and then I just like walk away. So it's like Discord. So I'm trying to, like one day I will get to a point where it's not overwhelming, but that's what Discord feels like to me.
Gotcha. Yeah, it'll take a little time to get used to. Just think of it kind of like Facebook Messenger, coming from outside of, or even Instagram Messenger. But depending on what channel you go to, you could have more people in that group. So
yeah, it's like layers and portals of Messenger. That's what freaks me out. And then that's what makes me put my phone down and walk away.
yeah. Because like you just gotta, that's why if you just take your time, just worry about the direct messaging. And then once you jump in a server, that's when it gets haywire. Just be careful which server you jump into. Because like sometimes you'll jump into a server and some people will yell at you.
Oh, I never have an issue with that. Just yell back.
Yeah.
Awesome. So
well, happy new day.
Huh?
Happy new day. It's past 12 o'clock.
Yes. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, guys.
Yes. So exciting.
Hold on.
Holding.
I'm holding a box.
Hold on, I'm doing a quick history. Is there anything? Oh, hey. Hey, guys, since we're still on, did you know that on February 3rd, 1870, the 15th Amendment to the Constitution of the United States was ratified, guaranteeing the right to vote regardless of race and intending to ensure the 14th Amendment, the civil rights of former slaves.
And they're trying to take that away.
You know, you just put a big old wet blanket around that.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, it is because also if we get into that, that meant that the right to vote was only for white men up until that point.
Yep.
And then, so when the 15th Amendment occurred, then it was extended to white and black men, theoretically. And so then, of course, so then that gets into the multiple layers and historical, I guess, conflicts and discrimination. You know, because then there were white women who were like, well, what about us, right? power struggle, all of that, so that gets into the complicated history of the generalizations around that, which is interesting and heartbreaking at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, it's the history.
Mm-hmm.
As we were talking earlier, even if it's uncomfortable, it's the history.
Yeah.
Also, on February 3rd, the Negro League was founded.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. Look at that,
So
guys.
in the Black hero of Argentina dies. Antonio Ruiz, national hero of Buenos Aires, Argentina, dies for his country. Let's see. The Negro League, 1920. 1948, Black mother and son condemned to death. Rose Ingram and her 14 and 16-year-old sons condemned to death for the alleged murder of a white Georgian. Miss Ingram said she acted in self-defense. Laura Wheeler, these are all things that happened in the history. 1948, Laura Wheeler Waring dies. Portrait painter and illustrator dies. University of Alabama, first Black student in 1956.
Wow.
Blacks and Puerto Ricans boycott New York City's public schools in 1964. 1988, Confederate flag protest in Montgomery, Alabama. Thomas Reed, president of the Alabama chapter of the NAACP, was arrested after he and 11 others attempted to strike a Confederate flag flying atop the state capitol building.
It's in Indiana. There's still all over. But when I go back home, sometimes I will see Jeeps, and there's an American flag sticking out, or not American flag. Well, sometimes American flag and a Confederate flag sticking out together. But lots of Confederate flags flying. It's if you really dig deep into that history, then you understand the rage.
Yeah, but people don't want to dig deep into that history.
Yeah.
The sad part is people keep yelling out, well, it's heritage, not hate. Well, the heritage of that flag is hate. I mean, you can't say, oh, well, it's property rights. Well, the slaves were considered property. So, yes, they were fighting for property rights. I mean, it's simple as that. Even the father, the what's his name, who headed up the Confederacy at that time, was talking about how he was fighting for slavery, fighting to keep slaves and all this other stuff. So it was just, you can't say heritage and not hate when the heritage of the flag was to hate.
Mm-hmm. So lots of nuggets, guys. If anyone's still watching.
Shout out to KFC.
Oh yeah. So yesterday during our interview, Jatovi, right before actually, there was someone who made a comment. He was like, KFG, which stands for keep fucking going. But I read it. I'm like, KFC.
Yes.
I know where your mind was.
I mean, I still dream of donuts. Like Bart Simpson. I'm like, oh, whoa. I still dream about that one. So maybe I think of fried chicken sometimes too. Anything I can't eat.
That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh.
Anything else? Or are we gonna keep going until February 4th?
I can keep rambling on, but I think it might be nap time.
Nap time, yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm gonna hit the close thing. Oh, I didn't do the credits. I got to do the credit scene.
The credits.
I'll make that. I still got to make that, but I'll close it out, and I guess we'll see everybody. Well, tomorrow because
today. See everyone today.
Yeah, later today.
Being able to represent yourself as who you are helps others to speak for themselves.
I'll say, as I know right now, the Star Trek and Marvel universe are connected, but there is the multiverse, so you never know.
Use her. You know her. Don't pretend you don't.
I know her. I've known her my whole life, literally. So,
are you going to toss it off to me again?
I mean, no. I'm tossing it to Janora. Janora's going to have to introduce herself.
Ladies' Day.
Yes.
Wait.
I don't think there's a video game that simulates what it's like to have a family. Are you kidding? I get left burned on fire. My mom leaves the stove on. That ain't a family. My house burns down half the time.
That's exactly what that's supposed to be.